for all hearings shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is April the 10th. I'm Judge Kapler, and we start things with reviews first for people who are working on completing court orders. We'll review your file with you when you're called up. So Dale's going to call your name, come up to the table to the right. If you don't get called, you think you should have, you need to go check in with the clerk, which is to the right as you leave the court. Call the reviews, please.
Adam Bailey, Brittany Malco, Jeremy Caldwell, Thomas Coe, Naaman Cox, Tessa Curry.
Adam Bailey is here. Case numbers are 12, 10, 16, 17, 12, 258, 12, 4, 80, 23, 04, 14, 37, 40, 21, 859. We've got a report for Mr. Bailey. Orange County Recovery. Okay, so he's back in outpatient, and that wasn't with what was recommended, so I'm going to have you get a urine screen and see where you are. So go do your urine screen and come back after you do that. Brittany Balco.
Should be on Zoom.
24-144. All right. All right, Ms. Balco, you've got to get your community service done. You've got 3 days still left, and you haven't done any for a long time. What's up with that?
I've actually been in the hospital. I had surgery on Monday, and I have surgery next Friday. So I don't know when I'll be able to, probably after that though.
Okay. What's the recovery period for your surgery?
About a week.
Okay. Well, this has to get done. You got 3 days left. This is a community service plus your fines. Are you?
Is there a way we could push it a month?
Okay.
Like, just so I can get past my surgery stuff and because I'm having a lot of kidney issues right now.
I'll set it toward the end of May. Okay.
What time is that?
When is Memorial Day this year? Is it 25th? 25th of May?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to set you for the 29th of May. So that gives you about 6 weeks.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
May 29th is your next hearing. Let's get this done. This case needs to be completed. Okay, it's for everybody that has community service. Tomorrow's Fayette Township Cleanup Day, so I'm going to give double credit for people that come out and work tomorrow. So you get 2 days credit for doing 1 day. You just have to report here at the court at 7:30, and you get transported to Fayette Township. So, Jeremy Caldwell, 25-338. So did you change from, the last report I had was from RRG.
Yeah, they got in trouble for Medicaid fraud. So I had to switch up.
Okay. Well, you're just about finished other than
You know how much I owe on,
I'm only showing $75.
if I pay that off, I'm done?
Well, let me check your
Okay.
entry. See what else. I'll finish you up if you pay off your fines.
I'll pay them off as soon as I walk out. I'll get on the phone and do it.
Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. Because I've been lied to before, so I learned. It took me 3 or 4 times, I'm kind of a slow learner. But people would tell me, Judge, I'm gonna go pay it off right now. And I was just like, okay. And then they don't go pay it off, and then the way I track what people are doing is by setting these reviews. So I'm gonna give you another date. If you paid it off, you don't have to come back.
Yes, sir.
So let's set it for May the 15th.
All right.
If you've paid it off, you don't have to be here.
All righty.
9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thomas Coe.
Your Honor, I'm filling in for Heather Coons. He left ASA, but Heather had sent in all the documentation that needed to be sent.
Okay.
So I just
Thank
want
you
to
for
give you a
that
formal,
report. He is not completed otherwise either, so
no.
there'll be warrants issued. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Naaman Cox. Okay, I was gonna say, usually he's here.
Sorry, Your Honor, I didn't, when I came in, that scuffling through the door there, and I didn't hear my name.
Okay, you just have to finish up. Do you have a payment today?
Yes, I do.
How much are you paying?
Just 40.
Okay. Put you down for that. I'll set you for, does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays?
I prefer a Friday, but whatever's best for you.
May 15th, that's a Friday, is your next hearing. May 15, 9 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. See the clerk. Tessa Kerr. $25,700. Tessa Curry has a lot left to do, is not here, so it'll be a bench warrant. What's your name?
Brenda Ritchie.
Hasn't been called yet.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, boy.
Recall Adam Bailey.
Okay. It's a good screen. Good job. Okay, continue, I'll let you continue with the outpatient. Are you making any payment on your time today?
Yeah, I can make $20.
Okay. See the clerk, make that payment. Continue with the outpatient, and I'll set your next hearing for May 15th,
Is that a Monday or Friday, sir?
Friday.
Okay.
May 15th, 9 o'clock.
Mark Daniels, Misty Dotson, Aaron Freeman, Buddy Hardy, Gregory Henry.
Mark Daniels,
Yes, sir.
192674. Okay, you just have to pay off your fines, or you got a payment you can make today?
Yes, sir.
How much?
$30.
Okay, see the clerk and make your payment. And your next hearing is, May 15th.
Your Honor, if I may, I have a note Mr. Daniels was ordered on 3/2 to do the community service before.
Oh, that's true, he needs to get community service done too.
Yes, sir.
You've got.
You know, can I say something about that? I got emphysema real bad. I just might have lung cancer. I don't know.
Well, you need to go to the doctor then and get me.
I've been, they got me on all kinds of stuff.
Do you have any of your records with you?
No, I don't do that.
If you want, because here's the thing, let me look at your entry. I'm sure you got jail time suspended if you did community service.
Yeah, I know
Let's see
that.
what it says. Yeah, 30 days in jail suspended, and one of the conditions is you had to do community service. So if you can't do the community service, you gotta do the jail.
Well,
So,
I'll try, sir.
come out tomorrow. I mean, it's like a fair. You go to the township, they cook hot dogs,
What
they
about?
feed you, they give you pop.
What about,
You gotta
sir?
do a little bit to help, but it's not like you're gonna be mining coal, okay? It's not that hard.
Whereabouts? Here?
You come right here, you'll get transported.
When that court date though?
I haven't given you one yet. May the 15th,
All right.
and you're paying 30, right?
Yep.
Of course, if you go to jail, you don't have to do anything there either, but it's pretty nasty and dirty and stinky and lots of people. So,
I've been there too many times.
I've visited, I've never spent the night, and I don't want to spend the night either. So I do a lot to stay out of that jail.
Yep.
Okay,
I thank you,
see
sir.
clerk. Misty Dotson, 23706. Got a good screen and a good report from Proactive, so, very good. All right, now, fines, are you gonna pay something today?
I don't have it today.
You come tomorrow, you get $100 credit, because you get double credit, you've already done your community service. So, normally, we get $50 a day credit toward your fine if you've already done your community service, but tomorrow you'll get $100 credit, so come out tomorrow and get $100 credit, and get fed some hot dogs and whatever else they have there at the Fayette Township. May 15th is your next hearing.
Thank you.
Aaron Freeman,
Thank you, Your Honor.
right. 25,318 and 25,174. Okay, all you gotta do is pay fines. You have a payment today.
Yeah, I got a $40 payment today.
Okay. You go see the clerk and make that payment. So I'm gonna give you a little more time because your cases are near. Does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays?
Mondays would be preferred.
Mondays are better? Okay.
No, Friday, I'm sorry, sir, Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
May 22nd.
22nd?
22nd, that's a Friday, 9 o'clock, May 22nd.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. See the clerk to make your payment. Buddy Hardy is here. 23,532, paying all, I think you're done.
Yes, sir, I just wanted to say thank you for not giving up on me, man.
thank you for finishing up, and I wish you good luck, and you're welcome to come back and visit any time, but you don't have to come back.
All right.
We're open to the public.
It's been since I was 18.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years almost.
Well, come back and see us every once in a while. Not with a charge, just drop in. Okay, Gregory Henry, 25322. Okay, so you just have to pay off your fine.
Yes, sir.
Payment today?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I'm
How much are you paying?
gonna pay 100.
100? Okay. Well, if you come out tomorrow, I'll let you come out tomorrow, you get $100 on, you'll be almost finished. Okay, next hearing is, I'll make you May 22nd, because yours is a newer case, May 22nd.
Thank
Get
you,
it
Your Honor.
done by then, you don't have to show up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Brenda Ritchie, Caleb Ross, Jimmy Sparks, Amber Spears, Ron Littrell.
Brenda Ritchie,
Sorry about that.
you're fine. 2615, 23507. You've got some fines left. Let's see what else. Yeah, well, that's it. Fines, all you got. Do you have a payment you can make today?
No, I was working over in Ashland and I ended up losing my job, but I've got a new job and, I ain't been paid yet, but as soon as I get to where I have my paychecks lined up, I'm planning on paying this one off.
Okay,
So-
that's fine. In the meantime, if you want to come out tomorrow, you get $100 credit on your fines.
I gotta work in the morning.
Okay. I'll set your next hearing for May 22nd.
You said May?
May 22nd.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Y'all have a good one.
Two. Caleb Ross, 25424. Caleb Ross has done very little. He did 1 day community service, that's it. He still has all his comments left, so he's not here, so he gets a benchmark. Jimmy Sparks, 2635. I'm sorry, 2639. It's a 9, not a 5. Is that hometown? Okay, so get a report. Things going okay?
Yeah.
Chillicothe, is that your home?
No,
Where are you from originally?
Ironton,
Okay,
Pedro, I'm Pedro.
all right. I may have asked you this before, did you have any family in Kentucky? My grandmother's maiden name was Sparks, and they were all from Olive Hill. Scots Irish. Okay, well, you're doing well. You probably can't pay anything on your fine then yet, can you?
No.
Okay, we'll hold off on that. I'll set you for May 15 as your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Amber Spears, 242254. Community service done, just had to pay off your fine. And you finished your treatment. So, you got a payment today?
I can as soon as I go pick up my check and get it cashed and bring it back.
How much are you gonna pay?
40 or more.
I'll put you down for 40.
Okay. How much do I have left on it?
I'm showing 475.
Okay.
Mondays or Fridays?
Friday's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna make it May 22nd,
Thank you.
9 o'clock, you're welcome. Ron Witherell is here,
Pins out.
14,844, 16,4698.
Your Honor, he did under community services, 7 hours.
Okay. Got a report. This is from Mindy Reeves, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Screens are good. Compliant with rules and treatment. Okay, very good. Good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you still have quite a bit of community service. You heard what I said about a double day tomorrow.
Yes.
You want to do that?
I work tomorrow.
Okay. May 15th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock. Good job on your treatment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, the next thing we're going to do are what we call arraignments, which are for new cases, the purpose of which is to tell you what you're charged with. You don't have to agree with it, but you need to understand it. We will also call all cases where there was a hearing missed or a warrant issued as arraignments. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right, stand there. I'm going to go over the charge with you, tell you what the possible penalties are, and if it's a misdemeanor, I'll ask you for a plea. 3 choices are guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you don't know what to do, you should enter a not guilty plea. Don't enter a guilty or no contest plea because you want to get it over with. That's not a good reason to enter one of those pleas. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But what you do say is on the record. Now when I first started, we barely had a recorder in here, audio recorder. Now everything's being recorded, including the video. If you get up and admit something about your case, there's going to be a video of you saying that, and the prosecutor can use that. And that admissions in the law are a big deal. When you admit something, you're pretty stuck with it. So today's not the trial. I'm not going to say you're right, I'm throwing your case out when you tell me stuff about what happened. So it doesn't do any good to tell me what you think happened. I'm not going to throw your case out today because of that. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed. And you can talk to the attorney about your case, and that's privileged. It can't be used against you. What you say in open court is not privileged. It can be used against you. You have a right to have bail. You have a right to make the state of Ohio prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You waive those rights by entering a guilty plea or a no contest plea. So don't waive your rights if you're not understanding or confused about what's going on. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Nikki Lyons, case number CRB 2649.
Ma'am, are you Nikki Lyons?
Yes.
Ms. Lyons, it's alleged that Fayette Township, January the 18th of this year, you tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's charged as a theft offense. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes.
You understand the rights I just explained defendants have?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes.
Do you have any income? Do you have a job?
I do not. I'm actually looking for employment right now. I do have an interview at Woodland Oaks.
Okay, but you're
I'm
currently
currently not,
employed.
yes.
Okay, so you're eligible for court-appointed counsel. I'll appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you. He is here, so we'll have him come in the courtroom. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. This is Ms. Lyons. She has a theft from Walmart charge. She's entered a not not guilty plea. I'll let her sign a $1,000 signature bond. She will have to go to the jail to get fingerprinted. Mr. Cooper will give you the form to take down there to get fingerprinted. Then, coming back, Mr. Stratton, the 4th of May or after, the 1st of May is already pretty scheduled up, but the 4th of May or after is good for pre-trials.
The 4th will be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, May the 4th will be the pre-trial.
Is the 4th a holiday?
No. I don't think so.
Okay. I know.
May 4th, pre-trial at 10 o'clock. Not guilty pleas in.
I think Your Honor.
You are.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Gage Townsend, case number CRB 26174. Gage Townsend.
Gage Townsend. It's been called, it's not appeared. It's a citation by Department of Natural Resources, Division of Wildlife, for hunting without purchasing a license. It is a jailable offense. It's a 4th-degree misdemeanor. And let's see, Mr. Townsend was summoned to appear today at 9 a.m. It's after 9 now. He hasn't appeared. So there'll be a bench warrant issued, and this should go back to the Division of Wildlife for them to serve it.
State of Ohio versus Kayla Sechrist, case number CRB 24373.
All right, ma'am, you're Kayla Sechrist.
Yes.
It's alleged that you failed to appear for a review hearing back in December of 24, December 30th, 2024. That was on a theft conviction.
I've been on home confinement.
Okay. Where are you out on?
Cabell County.
So you just had a fine and court costs. You weren't ordered to do community service, which usually is the case. You usually have community service. Were you in the drug court or what?
I completed 3 separate programs during the time that I've been on home confinement, so.
You got some paperwork on that?
Yeah, right here.
You take a look at it. Who was your judge?
My judge, I think Ferguson. I know that they completed that case, so I'm just finishing out my home confinement. They put me on home confinement for 2 years, and I complete in October.
Okay. What I'll do, I'll cancel the warrant then, since you came in. I'll set you up on a new review hearing.
Okay.
And then you have to come back till you get things finished. I don't need copies of this.
Okay.
You only owe $175. You get $100 tomorrow if you come out and work community service. You get.
I would love to do that. Would I be able to be done by 3? Because I go to work
Yes.
at 3.
You should be finished by 3.
Okay. And I come in at 9?
7:30.
7:30. Gotcha.
Yeah, 7:30.
I'll be there.
On the west side of the building.
Okay.
Show up there. Okay, let's see. Are you working now or what's?
Yes, I currently work at a recovery center in Ohio, in Proctorville.
What's your work schedule?
It's kind of, it's always changing,
So you
so,
can come Monday or Friday?
yeah.
Because that's when we have courts.
Yeah, I can make it work.
Monday or Friday. So I'm gonna set it for the 18th of May, that's a Monday.
Okay, that sounds good.
May 18th will be your next review hearing. If you come to work tomorrow, you're only gonna have $75 left. If you get it all done by the 18th, you don't have to come back, because that's all you have is fine and court costs. You don't have anything else.
Okay.
You understand what you need to do?
Yeah, if I come in tomorrow, then everything will be good, right?
Well, no. You'll still owe $75.
75, right.
You get credit for $100, you owe $175, so it's gonna come off, you still owe $75. So you can either work some more community service to work it off, or you can pay $75, or a combination of the two. But
Okay.
you gotta take care of the $175.
Gotcha.
You'll put a big dent in it if you come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I will probably do that.
Okay. Next hearing, May 18th, you wanna write that down? There's
Yeah.
a form right here in the basket, put the date on it. May the 18th, 9 a.m. Tomorrow for community service, will be here at 7:30, Joe.
Okay. All right.
State of Ohio versus Jenna Jacobs, case number TRD 26570 A and B. Jenna Jacobs.
Jenna Jacobs was decided to be here today at 9 a.m. She's failed to appear. This is an OSP citation. Oh, she is here. Okay. Ma'am, you're Jenna Jacobs?
Yes.
The state's alleging that on April the 8th at 9:13 p.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle under a suspended license. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine, and that you were using a prohibited electronic device. Cell phone. I was reading the report. It says alleging you were using your cell phone while driving. So that's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand the two charges?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights as a defendant?
Yes.
How do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true and you're waiving the right to have a trial and have a lawyer by doing that. Do you understand that? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, the officer says, US 52 at the intersection of County Road 410, driver was using a cell phone while driving. Driver is suspended. She stated that she was on FaceTime. That's even worse. You're FaceTiming while driving. Cell phone was observed to be in contact with her person as she was driving down the road. She was confirmed to be suspended out of West Virginia. Why do you have a suspended driver's license?
For driving with no insurance.
Well, he said you didn't have insurance. Now, in Ohio, that's not a criminal offense, but I guess in West Virginia, maybe it is. He said you didn't have proof of insurance on you either, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can you get your license in West Virginia reinstated?
Yes.
Because here's what I typically do. If you can't get it reinstated, I'm going to give you a jail time that's suspended if you do community service. But if you get reinstated, I'll just give you a fine. I won't give you any suspended jail time or community service. Now, here's the question. What do you need to do to get reinstated?
Get insurance. I have insurance and an SR22. I just have to go to the DMV.
Okay. Are you still living in Charleston?
No.
Where do you live now?
Canova, West Virginia.
Okay. You're still in West Virginia though. Well, do you want to come back then and show me that you got reinstated? Then I won't give you any jail time or community service.
Yeah.
How much time do you think it's going to take you to get that done?
Monday.
You can get it done Monday? Well, sometimes things take longer than you think, so let's go further out than that. I'm thinking a month. How about a month to give you? Now, don't wait until 29 days and then start working on it. I mean, I won't give you time, but I want you to start working on it now. And I guess you know where the DMV is on Madison Avenue, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know where it is. You need to go there and talk to those folks and get it taken care of. Do you work?
No.
Okay, so you can come Mondays or Fridays. Let's make it a Monday then, because usually they're not as busy. May the 11th is a Monday. I'm going to set that as your next hearing. I'm going to accept your plea, but I'm going to delay the sentencing till May the 11th. I'm not going to make you go, I'm supposed to make you go get fingerprinted, but for this, I'm not going to make you go get fingerprinted. And then, there's going to be a sentencing hearing at 10 o'clock, but I will have you sign a $500 signature bond. So what that means is, you're to sign a piece of paper that says, I promise I'll be in court when I'm ordered to, or I'll pay a $500 penalty, and you get a warrant issued too for not showing up. So just come to court, you won't have to post any money. Do you have any questions about what you need to do? Okay, get reinstated. If you don't get reinstated, still come back and tell me what happened and ask for more time. Just don't blow it off, because then I got to issue a warrant for you.
Okay.
Okay, May the 11th, if you write that down.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? May the 11th, 10 o'clock, your next hearing. Free to go.
State of Ohio versus Charles Lee Smith, case number CRA 26152. It says CRA, there's CRB, so I'm not sure.
It is a CRA case number.
This is for the 24th. I can't be here that day, so I'll be here.
And you are Charles Lee Smith.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, you're charged that on March the 6th of this year in Fayette Township, you knowingly obtained, possessed, or used a controlled substance being cocaine, possession of which is a felony offense.
Yes.
Maximum penalty for that is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
You had to make a hire lawyer?
No,
You have a job?
I do. I'm working part-time. I cut hair for a living.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're working part-time?
Yeah, a couple days a week right now.
What do you make in an average week?
$100, $102, $100, maybe $200
Okay.
on my check.
You're eligible for court-appointed councilman. I'll appoint Mr. Smith to represent you.
Okay,
He's right behind you.
all right.
State's position on bond, and I've got an address of Ironton for you. Is that right? County
Yes.
Road 119 Ironton?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I want to make sure that we know some details here. We have a case right now already pending to Charles Smith that is set for hearing on April the 20th.
In this court?
Yes, so I don't know whether this is the same gentleman or a different, this is.
It's pretty
That's
common.
pretty non-common.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
have
he
those
says
cases.
it's not,
Okay. I just want to make sure.
That's not me.
What's the state's position on bond?
We're okay with an OR bond if Mr. Smith's willing to be assessed for treatment.
he is an Ohio medical court judge, that's acceptable.
Okay, who we got, the offices in Ironton? Bethesda, okay. I'm going to refer, are you okay with going to a faith-based program?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to refer you to Bethesda, it's a faith-based program. And here's, I'll give you the thumbnail sketch, and you can talk to your lawyer about it more. But you're charged with a felony.
Yes.
Now, what felonies mean, it used to mean a lot worse, but in the old days, they were all capital offenses. A felony was a capital offense. Now it means you can go to prison if you get convicted of a felony. That's the dividing line. Misdemeanors, county jail. Felonies, you can go to prison. You're charged with a felony. You start out in this court, but if it's not some intervention, you're going to go on to the main courthouse in Ironton for the common police court. They're the trial court for felonies. And felonies are considered so serious that your fellow citizens have got to look at they don't even trust the prosecutor just to bring them on their own. You gotta be indicted by the grand jury. That's what a grand jury indictment is. Your fellow citizens look at the evidence and say, yeah, that guy should be charged. So what's gonna happen here, or could happen, it's up to you, you're gonna go to treatment. You're gonna stay here. You're not gonna go to the grand jury. You're not gonna get indicted. You're gonna stay here, go to treatment. If you do really well, the best outcome is way down the road, your case gets dismissed. You don't get a felony on your record, you don't go to the grand jury, you don't go to Ironton. Although you live in Ironton, maybe you don't mind going to Ironton, but you don't have to go to Ironton to the courthouse.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so is
I
that what you want to do?
Yeah.
So I tell people, this is a court for people that want to get clean. If you want to get clean, get recovery, I'm all for helping you. If you don't want to, go down there and fight it out with one of the common pleas judges. And take your chances. But you want to stay here and get clean.
Yeah, I've been clean for a year. I had a relapse. Yeah.
Okay. Well, part of it is being honest.
Yeah.
First step is admitting you made a mistake.
Yeah, I made a mistake, and so we'll just move
Okay,
forward.
so I want you to talk to the representative from Bethesda, get something set up for an appointment, get in there to see them. And then what's going to happen is you'll come back to me periodically, and I'm going to review what you're doing.
Okay.
So and a lot of times, they'll text me, like, in the middle of the day, or in the middle of the weekend. I've had people pulled out in the middle of the weekend and sent to jail because of the way they were acting during treatment, so don't be one of those people.
No.
Okay, so Bethesda. Next hearing, let's do, what's your bad, I know you got some bad dates in May.
I do, in May, 4, 8, 15, 27 are bad.
Okay, it's getting crowded, let's do the first then.
I can do that, Judge. May 1st, I'll put that down.
May 1st will be your next hearing,
Is that on a Monday,
Friday.
Friday? Okay.
Better for you, Friday.
Your bond is going to be,
He says
he
Monday,
already has a bond?
could he do a Monday? He says Mondays are better for his schedule.
Okay. Okay, I'll set it for the 8th then.
That's one of the bad, I'm sorry.
That's one of the
The
bad.
8th, 15th, and 27th in May are bad.
Okay, the 24th then, of April.
That's a bad April. There's no more lawyers left, Judge. I've got jury trials every week, it
How
seems.
about the 27th of April?
That starts another jury trial.
20th,
Yes,
April 20th.
yes.
So 10 days, we'll be back to give the first report on how you're doing.
Okay.
You need to get an assessment today. He can sign 2,000 OR bond.
You already told me you posted bond.
You did?
Yeah.
Gary
He
said.
hasn't made it.
Yeah, I'm through salads,
How much was your bond?
2,500.
All right, I'll take your word for it and continue. You can have him sign out 2,000 OR, but I'll continue with salaries, and we got on top of it an OR bond.
Monday, we'll see him, get that appointment set up.
It's not in the file, but if he was
There's
at
a place on the back, there's no good time, you can write it on the back.
Did they fingerprint you to jail? They did.
They did. Yes, sir.
But there's the next date, that's for you to call Sam at the office. Well, he'll give you a date.
Okay.
So just call him Monday.
Okay, thank you.
You're good, yes, sir. State of Ohio versus Vicky Scarberry, case number TRC 24-1272, A and B. Vicky Scarberry.
Okay, and Ms. Scarberry, looks like you had a review on Monday,
Yeah,
and you weren't here.
yeah, I didn't come.
Okay, do you have an explanation?
I was working, but I also didn't have any of my community service done, so I thought it'd be better to come Friday.
Well, have you done some community service since
Yeah,
this week? Where'd you do it?
the animal shelter. I've been doing the outpatient program on Route 60, so they've dropped down my days, so that's why I was able to get started.
That is correct, Your Honor. She has turned in 7.5 hours of some days.
Okay.
It will be acceptable.
You finished at Procedural, right?
Yeah, I completed a long-term inpatient for women and children there. And I'm still in the program, like the outpatient. No, it's a 3-month program, like, so I completed that and I'll drop down to just the, like, 1 day a week, the MAT program.
Okay. You still have your community service to do, and most of your fine, but,
I paid $550 on it today. I have my receipt.
Here at the court?
Yeah, it was before court.
Okay.
She said I could go ahead and pay
Oh,
on
I
it.
see it, you know, it is, they didn't note it in the file. Okay, there's a big chunk of it. All right, I'll set your next hearing for May the 15th. May 15th is your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Okay, thank
Cancel
you.
the warrant that had, well, I don't think it actually got issued.
It would have been Monday, I would have had a warrant.
Okay.
Okay,
Get your
thank
community
you.
service done too.
Okay.
Get double credit tomorrow.
Okay,
Get 2 days credit for one, come out tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. right here.
7:30. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Ellis Smith, case number TRD 25385 and CRB 2452.
And it looks like Mr. Smith said, Sean, you started here, right?
Yes, sir.
You had a couple cases here that you had not completed. One was 2452, case number. The theft offense, you still owed 20 hours of community service, $280 in fines and court costs, and the other was driving or suspension, 25,385, case number. You owed $325 on that. And there had been warrants issued because you failed to appear for prior hearings. So what I'm going to do is I'll withdraw the warrants and put you back on the review docket.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, sir, thank you.
And I'm going to make a part of your orders that you complete treatment. So you decide to do it on your own, but I'm going to make it a court order now. So if that helps you stay.
Your Honor, I was told from whoever's running it, Leslie.
So he was admitted for 30 days residential treatment per his request of his employer.
Okay. Well, I'm going to order that you do that now.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're going to keep you if you do this further?
My job?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll set your next hearing. May the 18th. So you should be finished by then, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, May the 18th. So I'd like to have a report from Shawnee when,
Yes,
if
sure.
and when he finishes, or even if he doesn't finish, let me know that too, so. May 18th is the next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your
sir.
Honor.
You're up. So those are both are set as review.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Bandy, case number CRB 26198, A and B, And State of Ohio versus Zachary Russell, case number CRB 26199.
Brittany Mandy and Zachary Russell. Mr. Mandy, case number 198A, the state's alleging that at Rome Township, April the 6th, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Zachary Russell, and that he's either a member of your family or lives in your household. That's a domestic violence charge, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. 198B alleges April 6th, Rome Township, you interfered with the lawful arrest of yourself, so that's resisting arrest in a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. You understand the two charges? The rights you have as a defendant.
Yes,
How do you plead to these charges?
not guilty,
You want a lawyer appointed?
please.
You work?
I am getting a job at the South Point Speedway. I have an interview April 13th.
Okay, but you're not working currently?
No,
I'll appoint Mr. Steyer. Not guilty plea is entered. And there is a bond posted. So, and I take it this is Mr. Russell. Do you want me to order her to stay away from you? It's not a protection order, they don't want a protection order. Okay,
We don't seek one either, Your Honor.
all right. So there is a bond posted, so it's continued as you posted it. So let's go ahead and arraign Mr. Russell, so we make sure we get these on the same day. You're Zachary Russell, and Mr. Russell, you have a domestic violence charge, 26199, that's the only charge you have. It's alleged that April 6th, Rome Township, you only caused or tried to cause physical harm to Brittany Danby, and this is a member of your family or household. Domestic violence is a first-degree misdemeanor, it carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand that charge? How do you plead to it?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes.
Do you work?
Yes.
What do you do?
I collect grease and refine it for biodiesel
Do you do that for yourself or somebody
for
else?
someone else.
Are you paid a salary or by the hour?
By the hour,
How much per hour?
16,
How many hours a week?
roughly 40.
Do you have any dependents that you support?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I have 2 children. They're 6 and 7.
Okay, well, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel then. And I'll appoint Mr. Morford. So not guilty plea is entered. And Ms. Mandy has already said she doesn't want a protection order, so he has a bond up too, so his bond's continued. So now we need to agree on a date to come back. So I'm looking at generally the 4th of May or after. What's council's available dates?
I'm good the 4th, Your Honor, if you want to do this.
Does Monday or Friday matter to you? Mondays are easier. I'm available the 4th, Your Honor.
Okay, let's set other cases for May the 4th, it's a Monday, for pretrial at 10 o'clock. Not guilty plea or entered for vote.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Write that down. Get next time, come back, speak to you, so just wait for me in the lobby, I appreciate it.
okay.
Just give me a few minutes.
State of Ohio versus Ashley Bailey, case number CRB 26196, PRD 122906.
you're Ashley Bailey.
Yes, Your Honor, I am. Is this just a copy of, I don't know what, okay, I'm sorry.
All right, Ms. Bailey, the most recent charge is 26-196, and it's a theft charge. It alleges that on April the 8th, in Fayette Township of Lawrence County, you purposely tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's a theft offense. Maximum penalty for that, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. And then there's an old case, 12-2906. It's alleged it was a driving under suspension conviction that you still have a fine owed that you failed to appear for review back in, 2015.
I was gonna say, I don't remember that, Your Honor, I apologize. I do have my license now.
The last review hearing date was March 23rd, I'm sorry, that's wrong. December 30th of 2016.
I apologize. May I ask how much I owe? And I won't be able to pay it today, but I will take care of that.
$285.
If you will allow me to. And I have regained my driver's license.
Okay.
So $280 for the previous driving on suspension.
$285.
Yes, sir. I should be able to pay that at the end of, by the end of next month. I should have that paid off.
Okay. How do you plead to the theft offense?
I do plead guilty, Your Honor.
A guilty plea is a complete admission that the charge is true, and it waives your rights to have a trial and a lawyer. Do you understand that?
I do, but I am guilty and I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm going to do, and it's not directed just to you, but I do it in all the shoplifting cases because I found over the years, and I handle a lot of these, that about 80% of the people that shoplift have a drug problem. So I'm going to have to go do a urine screen to see if there's an issue there, and if there is, we're going to address it. So go to the probation office, and they'll direct you how to.
Your Honor, I want to go ahead and tell you, I will be positive for marijuana.
Well, people tell me that, then they're positive for other things
Well,
too. So.
I'm on anxiety medication, so I do have I don't have any like other only marijuana, and I do have a medical marijuana card as well, and I get my prescriptions from my gynecologist.
Okay.
I can go take a urine screen though, yes.
Yes, because I've had multiple people
That's
tell me I
fine.
only smoke marijuana and they were positive for fentanyl. 'Cause
That's fine, I'll go do
people,
that.
unless you're getting it from a dispensary, you don't know what's in it.
I will go take a urine screen, yes, sir.
Okay, then you'll come back after you get the results.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus James Helton, case number CRB 26-197, A, B, and C, and CRB 23-111.
James Helton.
And sir, you're James Helton.
Yes.
Mr. Helton, 26-197 alleges that March 27th,
She's doing a drug test.
2026,
Yeah.
that you purposely tried to deprive Lowe's of property without their consent. It's a theft offense, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. So that was March 27th, and then there's an identical charge, 197B. The only thing that's different is alleged that it happened on April the 6th, for a theft offense, same possible penalty. The third charge is also a theft, and is a different date, March the 8th. So there's 3 different dates, all shoplifting theft offenses from Lowe's in South Point, Fayette Township. Do you understand these charges?
Yes, I was still trying to get it figured out what that is, because I was confused about it, but yes, I understand.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to these charges?
I'm not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, please.
Do you have a job?
I just do what work's available. I make usually about $800 a month or so, something like that.
Okay. You also have, I didn't tell you about this, it's alleged that you had a theft offense from 2023 that you never finished. You had,
I still owe you fines on that. I brought $30 to pay on that today with me too.
and you posted a bond because of that. You posting
Yes.
bond now. Okay.
Yeah, and I got $30
Here,
to
not
pay on
guilty
that.
plea for you on the new charges. Your bond, you got a bond posted now. If you don't show up now, the bail bondsman's gonna come fetch you and take you
Yeah,
to jail.
yeah, I'll show up.
And then you're not guilty plea. Mr. Morford, you were his attorney before, so I'm gonna appoint you on this new charge as well. Set both the old case and the new case for pretrials. You said you're available anytime in May?
Yes, Your Honor. Sign your name, put your telephone number in.
Let's do the 4th then. May the 4th,
Good, Judge.
pretrials on both. Pretrial and review on the, there is a bond up, there's a bond, I'll say it's for both. And you can make payment on your old case.
Yeah, that's what I brought today. I brought 30, but they said to see you first before they let me pay.
You can go see the clerk before you leave, pay on it. Tell them you want to pay on your old case.
Okay.
And May the 4th will be your next hearing on both cases, May the 4th at 10 o'clock.
Is that all, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Jeffrey Singer, case number TRC 252126 A, B, and C, TRD 202599 A, B, and C, TRD 192817, CRB 21752, TRC 212872 A, B, and C, and others.
Okay. I think this is for the wrong person. Look at it. It's Chris Collins.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Okay, it's a good report. Sorry, you were supposed to be here Monday, did something happen?
Yeah, I was at Southern Hope doing my outpatient program.
Okay, and you just,
No, I had, my paper said the 16th, but y'all had it for the 6th, I reckon, but that's what mine said.
okay. All right, because I don't think, yeah, the 16th is not a court day, so. All right, then you came in right away, so there's no warrant. I'll set your next hearing. I was a little surprised you didn't show up, because you've been showing up for all the years and doing well, so, okay. Let's make it May the 18th, the next one.
All right, sir.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I will, thank you, thank you.
Pay on your fines when you can.
I got 100 for today, Bob.
Okay, see the clerk.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
You ought to be ready for pre-trials.
Okay, we're ready to start pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Stanley, case number CRB 26105 A and D. Your Honor, there's a special prosecutor, Mr. Ashford, on this case.
This is Mr. Morford's case. Mr. Ashworth is sick. But there he is, he's a kid, even though he's sick.
I'm sick, but, Your Honor.
And you've got on a suit and tie. That's pretty courageous. Okay, but you made it, but Mr. Stanley didn't, apparently. Any word from where Mr. Stanley is?
I can't help you, Judge.
And he's got a bond up.
Apologize, Your Honor.
Okay, your Stephen Stanley is here. Okay, so I saw from prior texts this morning, there's been some discovery traded, is that right? Or?
Not that, Morford had possession of the area left here last night or this morning, so it's probably like out of billions and but he's on the way, and he's got everything right now.
Okay, so what do we need to do next?
I'm going to need a little time to review the discovery response, Judge.
Come back for another pre-trial?
I'm sorry.
Come back for another pre-trial then?
Yes, please.
So, sometime in May?
I'm free all May, Judge.
What's the schedule, Mr. Ashworth, in May?
You look, George, one second.
He's a special prosecutor, so he's the prosecutor, not us. So you can listen to what he says, okay?
If May the 22nd is the time for Mr. Morford, then that works for me.
May 22nd, Mr. Moore?
Yes, Your Honor.
Time waiver.
So waived.
Next pre-trial will be May 22nd at 10 a.m. Or you prefer to set it later, Mr. Ashworth, so we can get to you directly?
It's fine.
Why don't we do it?
Whatever time you say.
Let's do it at noon, and that way we can know we're going to get to you. You don't have to appear till noon. So noon, May 22nd will be the pre-trial.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio recalls Ashley Bailey, case number CRB 26196, DRD 122906.
Mr. Ashworth, do you have any other cases?
Court department charge against standby. Mr. Stanley's wife, I believe, is Taylor Wilson.
Taylor Wilson,
Case 260102.
who's the attorney? Mr. Steyer? Okay, we'll call it next then.
All right, thank you.
Okay, well, it looks like you were correct in what you told me.
Oh, it's being honest, yeah. I
Well,
have,
believe it or not, people lie in the courtroom.
honestly, sir, I had a drug problem, even in 2015 when you saw me, or I didn't come. I've been clean for 6 years now.
Okay.
Honestly, don't know why I stole the things I did. It was kid stuff. Walmart can show you what I stole, and I apologize. I definitely did it. I'm guilty. I know it's wrong, and I'm willing to face whatever consequences I have to face for that.
State have any input on this? You have a report you want to read into directly?
Yes, Your Honor. This is from Xander Maynard, who's a loss prevention officer there at Walmart. As I was watching closed circuit television, I observed Ashley Bailey selecting merchandise in apparel. She then proceeded to aisle C7, where she would conceal the merchandise she had in her purse. She then proceeded to the jewelry counter, where she selected a watch, and she would open it and conceal it into her purse. She then would proceed to to the grocery exit where she would pass the last point of sale where there was no attempt to pay for the merchandise. The stop was made.
And I also had taken, they didn't put on there some Nido ball. It was a toy. So there was another item also that I would like to make right and pay for. I don't know how, but I want to make it right, obviously.
Obviously, they didn't get, I assume they got to watch and stuff back when they get the other thing.
Well, they did get it back, yes. I don't know why they didn't list it, but they got it back, yes, Your Honor.
Well, there's no restitution if they got everything back.
I can
Is there
assure
any
you.
claim of restitution?
No, Your Honor.
I can assure you they got everything back.
All right, anything else you want to tell me before I sentence you?
I mean, I'm sorry, I can't explain why I did it because I know it's wrong, so I really don't have, I apologize. Obviously, I know theft is wrong, even if your children need something, you don't steal for it. I feel like I've came so far and I feel like I just messed up so bad again and I'm just really sorry and I don't want to be that person again. I want to push forward and just do better.
You feel like you're at risk of relapsing now because you've done this?
No, I don't want to, no, before, yes, I was at risk and I needed help, but I have 6 years now and I actually, it was hard for me to stay sober before. It was like you relapse sober. I never in my adult life have had longer than a month sober until now and I've had 6 years sober off of heroin and at the time I still had methamphetamine in my system. So no, I don't feel like that. I feel like my mental health is really, I don't know, sir. I know that I'm seeing my doctor and we're working with my medications, adjustments, and I know that I have a psychiatrist appointment in June that my doctor referred me to. I see Rebecca Conway. Other than my mental health, I don't even have a drug craving. I don't even think about that. I do worry about my mental health. I don't know. I don't think the medication I'm on is working for me.
Okay, well, let me give you another alternative. I'm not trying to direct you away from the doctor you're going to see, but June's a long time off.
It's a very long time.
There's a place right down here in the Chesapeake Plaza by the name of PATH, P-A-T-H, and you can walk in there and ask for mental health.
No, I don't want to be, they don't, okay. I'm not suicidal.
They will treat you, as my understanding, they will treat you on an ability to pay basis.
Like outpatient, they're not going to put me in a psych ward.
Well, I don't think so.
I'm not trying to sound
I'm
funny.
not a professional, so.
Okay, sir. I just want help.
Give
Mentally
you
with
another
that.
opportunity to get help if you think you need it. You can walk right less than a mile from here.
And
Just
I wrote
because
that
it's where
down.
the old bank used to be.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you for that, because like I said, I do need to talk to somebody, and I'm trying to work with my doctors, but relapse isn't an option or even a thought. I'm very down, and I just feel like I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me, but I know I'm addressing it and trying to work with my doctor.
Okay, well, you can call them, or I believe you can just walk in.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna go straight there from here.
Okay, good idea.
No, honestly, I have to go to Ironton first to get my phone, but if they'll talk to me, I'd like to talk to somebody.
Okay. I'll give you a $100 fine. I'll order you to pay the court costs. I'll send you to 10 days in jail, but I'll suspend it as long as you do 5 days of community service
I will do community service.
and stay out of Walmart.
Absolutely, I've already agreed to that, and I signed a paper that I would.
Okay. You'll have a review hearing on October the 9th for this year, so that's a long way off. You can get everything done by then. You don't have to come to the review hearing. Those people who were here and saw the review hearing, they didn't get their stuff done in
Okay.
the time frame, and now they have to come to the review hearing.
I just want to make sure.
Every month.
Okay.
So you're going to be on probation for 2 years, or until you finish what you're ordered to do, and you're going to check in with your probation officer today, Mr. Major.
I think I
To
just.
the left. That's
Okay.
where you went to get your screen, and he'll give you the paperwork that I'm going to sign a judgment entry that has everything I'm telling you reduced to writing.
So I pay $280 for a previous fine that I had in 2015.
285.
$285. And then I have 10 hours of community service to get done.
30.
30 hours, okay, I'm sorry. 30.
You're going to get the judgment entry.
Right, and then I'm going to go meet with probation. Once I complete my community service, pay my fine, and the 280, will I be on probation?
285.
I'm sorry.
285.
Yes, sir. Will I be on probation after the community service and fines are paid also?
After you've done everything, your probation will end.
Thank you.
Go see
Okay.
Mr. Major.
Thank you,
Probation.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Taylor Wilson, case number CRB 26102.
Ma'am, are you Taylor Wilson?
Yes.
And this is Mr. Ashworth's case, and Mr. Steyer is representing Ms. Wilson.
Yes, I think there might have been some confusion at some point. I was looking on the docket, and there was discovery demands filed. I don't have any record that I filed them, so I'm not certain, but if they have been filed, I would ask Mr. Ashworth to go ahead and just direct a response to me on those. Do you have discovery response or requests, Mr. Ashworth?
Not in the
Because my demand for discovery in this case is from Mr. Wolford. It's dated February 22nd, and it's for Taylor Wilson as well as the co-defendant. My office has packed that stuff up. I think that's in the mail to Mr. Wolford.
That is
I can either pull that, if it's still in my, could take my ability to do so and redirect it, or I could probably ask Mr. Wolford to not open that set and send it to you.
If you still have it, just send it on to me. If it gets to Mr. Morford, I just ask Mr. Morford to send it on to me. Either way, I'll get it. That's fine. Yes.
So, I don't know if there was a conflict, but initially Mr. Morford was appointed, then Mr. Steyer was appointed. So, he had been appointed for me.
And is there a co-defendant on this?
Yes. Yes, that's the one that was supposed to.
Who's the co-defendant? Is that the individual who was up here earlier?
Stephen Stanley.
Stephen Stanley.
Okay, so when did we set the next hearing on this thing?
May 22nd.
May 22nd.
Let me make certain I'm available, Your Honor. I am available.
May 22nd at noon
Okay.
for pretrial.
Oh, the state, Your Honor. It's the same as the other one.
Yes. All right, May 22nd will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
All right.
Good.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're free to go.
State of Ohio versus Clinton Cox, case number CRA 26106.
Okay, so this is for arraignment. You're Clinton Haas. Yes, sir. Mr. Haas, were you here when I explained the rights of the defendant? Yes. Do you understand your rights? Yes. The bail will bring you a copy of the charge. It's a felony file possession of fentanyl compound. States alleging that on January the 16th of 2025, so this is an old case, over a year old, that you knowingly obtained, possessed, or used a controlled substance containing fentanyl. That's a felony of the 5th degree, maximum penalty, a year jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the maid hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you have a job?
No, sir. I got an interview Monday morning for CNA, but no, I currently don't have a job.
And haven't for a while?
I've been trying to get employed for 6 to 8 months, and ain't nobody will hire me because I can't really read.
All right, Mr. Stratton, I'll appoint you. State's position on, there is a bond posted with salaries on this.
Yes, sir.
What's any additional conditions the state wants?
This case is somewhat delayed in coming before the court, and we'd like for, although I don't think we can make Mr. Tosh to do this at this point, but if he were to do a drug screen and be clean today, that might have an influence on how we wanted to proceed as far as what request we would make. Ordinarily, we're going to ask for a person to submit to some drug counseling in order to have an OR bond. And I don't know if this case is maybe a little different than that. If he wants to go ahead and just sign up for treatment, that'd be okay too.
Is that Crown City address, is that right?
Yes. I use my grandpa's address as my mailing address. I actually have a place right now. I've been staying back and forth with my brother and my grandpa just until I got my own camper. I just gotta get a lot to get it set up on and get everything hooked up.
But this is where you're staying most of the time now?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, you'll be willing to do an assessment?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a medical card, Ohio medical card?
I'm pretty sure.
And you've had one in the past?
Yes.
Okay. So it'd be better for you down on this end of the county rather than go toward Ironton, right?
Yes.
RRS? So I've got somebody that's going to talk to you, and do an assessment for you from Chesapeake. And I'll let you cooperate with treatment. I'll give you an OR bond, 2,000 OR.
Did he posted, didn't he?
I got a bond. So I
He's got a bond though, so he doesn't need to sign that. I'll continue his bond.
I'll sign whatever.
It's fine. You'll just continue the posted bond.
And if he goes inpatient, that would take care of his housing needs.
Yeah, based upon what the assessment says.
Yeah. All right, I want you to go do the assessment, and then we'll come back. Maybe we should come back and see what they're going to recommend before we decide.
Okay.
When to come back for the next hearing.
Yeah,
So I'll
that's fine.
recall you after you talk to RRS about your assessment.
Yeah, I'll show you this.
Your Honor, we're ready to go to the inmates from Lawrence County Jail. State of Ohio versus Daniel Doss, case number TRC 26 572 A and B.
Sir, are you Daniel Doss?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Doss, I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio approve the charge file against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
And it looks like there's 2 charges. Maybe more than that. 2 criminal charges and some traffic charges. The most serious charge is 26-200 CRA 26-200. It's an aggravated possession of drugs charge. It alleges that in Union Township on April the 9th, you knowingly were in possession of methamphetamine, a Schedule II substance, possession of which is a felony 5. Maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. And then the traffic charge, well, it looks like there's some misdemeanor charges too. CRB, CRB 202A is a possession of drugs misdemeanor charge, and alleges that Union Township on April 9th, you were in possession, knowing possession of buprenorphine and naloxone, Schedule III substances without a prescription. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. 26-202B is alleged that you were in possession of drug paraphernalia. That being a straw with residue, drug residue. 4th degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. And then the traffic charges are case number 26-572, A and B. The A case alleges April 9th, 9:12 p.m., Union Township, you were operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs or a combination, and then you refused to take tests. States allege this would be your first conviction if you do get convicted. And on that, now, we've got some new, this is going to get that. Goes into effect yesterday. New fines on ODIs. So, on a first offense, the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. Here's where the change is. The minimum fine went up, $190. It's now $565, 3 years in a treatment program, and a 6-month license suspension. You're also charged with driving without a driver's license. That's considered an unclassified misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $500 fine and $1,000 fine and 500 hours of community service. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
You had money to hire a lawyer.
No, sir.
Are you recommending?
Your Honor, I have him on a case that's set for the 24th. You might recall I continued a bunch of cases on the 24th.
Yes, this is.
I did not continue this one because that is one that's because there was a reason not to continue the other one. I asked Mr. Mr. Stratton was going to cover that when you weren't available that day, Roger, but Mr. Stratton's covering it that day, so if you want to appoint me on this one, I would probably ask that this be set.
Why don't we just?
I don't know if the 24th is out. 24th is outside.
Let's just.
Yeah.
Same thing, Your Honor.
How about you do either the 17th or the 20th. 17th is next Friday. 20th is a week from Monday.
Let's do the 17th. That's within the 10-day window.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's.
And let's move the other case.
We'll just move it. So advance that to the.
Advance it to the 17th. You wouldn't have to have a case number.
I don't off the top of my head. I didn't look it up because I wanted to move it.
Okay.
The other case number is 26 TRC 483.
It's a TRC also?
Yes.
TRC 483.
Mr. Kepler,
Yes.
if I can get an OR bond, I can have my license back by the time I come back to court. I'm $125 away. I've taken care of all my charges and everything. I just owe $125 to the state of West Virginia, and I'll have my license back soon.
I'm going to caution you not to make statements of that nature. They're potentially incriminating.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to move it to the 17th. We're going to put everything on the 17th. Yeah. So what is the state's position on bond for Mr. Doss?
Your Honor, the case that was already pending is an alleged OVI offense from March 21st, so just a few days ago. And at his arraignment, we had discussed Mr. Doss going to treatment. On March the 30th, he wanted to change providers. I don't have an indication of where he was treating at the time, but he was supposed to be treating with
Focus?
Yeah, he with Focus, he left, he wanted to go to another facility and then he left there. But Focus would take him back, but only with a monitor.
Okay, so what is the state's position on bond?
If there were an ankle monitor, we would be okay with him going back to Focus. But just so he understands, at this point in time, you know, things get a little more serious. He's got a possession of fentanyl charge that he had allegedly possession of fentanyl while he already had a case pending before the court and while he was supposed to be in treatment already. So if he has any desire to keep these cases here before this court, he's going to have to be on his best behavior and actually take the treatment seriously.
Did you hear that, Mr. Doss?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Steyer, do you have anything you want to add? Or?
Sure. I would join in the state's recommendation of bond. I think under the circumstances, it's probably inarguable that a ankle monitor is appropriate. And I'm going to join the state's caution that at this point, the possibility of keeping from picking up a felony is going to be completely determined by your compliance with the court's orders. And treatment is going to be an order of the court.
So do you want to go to treatment, Mr. Doss?
Yes, sir. I wanted to stay in there, but yes, sir, I definitely want to go.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to order you back to Focus. I don't know where you went the second time, but Focus is here, and they're one of the trusted providers for the court, so that's who I'm going to use. And you don't really get a choice, so don't come to me again and ask to be going to someplace else unless something really serious happens that you can prove that it was the fault of Focus. So otherwise, you're going to stay there. You're going to do what they order you to do, how they order you to do it, when they order you to do it.
Hey, Mr. Pepper.
Okay. And I got to give you this caution too. I mean, you've upped the ante here now. You've got a real risk of going to prison if you mess this up.
Yes, sir.
For a few reasons. One, you've got a felony pending, so that of itself can take you to prison. If the state decides, hey, we're not going to treat this as a recovery case, we're going to treat this as a full prosecution case, and we want this guy to go to prison, they're probably going to get that if they decide that's what they want to do to you. And they haven't, I don't think they're there yet, but if you keep messing up, they're going to get there, okay? Here's the other thing. They've asked for an ankle monitor, and I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you. So you got to understand the way this works. The ankle monitors don't come from this court. They come from the felony court. They have a much bigger probation office than I do, so they control the ankle monitors. I'm going to have them put an ankle monitor on you, adult probation, common pleas court. The only way you can get away is to cut that ankle monitor off, which is hard to do, but it is possible. We have had people cut the ankle monitors off. It makes the adult probation really mad when people cut the ankle monitors because they cost $2,000. They get really steamed about it. And they're going to want to make an example out of you. They're going to take your case away from me, bring you to common pleas, and the few people that have cut the ankle monitor off have all gone to prison for cutting the ankle monitor off, if nothing else.
And if I may, I will confirm that if you are convicted of cutting an ankle monitor, you're going to get 3 years in prison. Just on that. That's in addition to anything else you have going on. They will give you 3 years simply for cutting an ankle monitor. So that's extremely important that I bring up.
So, with that being said, and you understand that, and you still want to go to treatment, let me just say this. If you are one of those people that cannot stay in treatment, in other words, I'm going to be so tempted that I'm going to cut the ankle monitor off, you'd be better off to tell me, Judge, I'll just stay here in the county jail and ride it out with my case while I'm in the county jail, because you're probably not going to go to prison that way. But if you get out and you're tempted to cut the ankle monitor off, and you do cut it off, you are going to prison. Unless you leave the country and go to some place that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the United States, like Iran, maybe Argentina, I don't know, but it's not going to be Canada. It's not going to be Mexico. It's going to have to be someplace where you can go and not get extradited. Probably not someplace you want to live.
No, Your Honor, I ain't going to do anything like that. The only reason I was wanting to really focus the last time is because the girl I was with 7 months ago was murdered, and my old lady had to go to the second house. She was asking allowed to use Wi-Fi so she could see if I could get a hold of them. And Focus Residential was supposed to went and took me to talk to my old lady to get her to come in the treatment with me and Focus. Well, when I left Focus this time, I talked to my old lady, and she said she would come to Focus Residential with me.
All right.
Together, so.
That's enough of that then. As long as you're willing to go where the judge is telling you to go, that's what we're worried about.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to order a $2,000 OR bond with release to Focus, and you can pick him up today. You'll get picked up today. Oh, well,
It being Friday, I'm going to caution you as well. We may not get an ankle monitor on to you today, maybe Monday.
So there's,
It's early enough in the day that there's a possibility, but I wouldn't bet the farm on it.
It's almost lunchtime.
so somebody will need to contact adult probation to get the GPS monitor set up. You can't be released till the monitor's set up. Sometimes on Friday afternoons, it doesn't happen. So you might have another weekend in jail. You might get to go today. We'll see. That'll be up to you getting the monitor placed. And then we're going to come back to
I think we said it's 17th.
April 17th will be your next hearing. You've got enough over your head that you got to live at the foot of the cross now. No more, I want to do this, I'm doing this for my old lady. You're not in charge. You got to do what everybody else tells you, not what you decide to do, or you're going to go to prison. There you go. That's the bottom line.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus James Eastman at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number TRC 23, 1864, A, B, and C, and Benjamin Hughes is on deck.
All right, you're James Eastman.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Eastman, it's alleged that you failed to appear for a review hearing on an OVI conviction on January the 9th of 26, and a warrant's been issued for you a week later on the 16th of January and been outstanding since then, and looks like you got nabbed on the warrant.
Yes, sir.
Do you admit or deny you failed to appear?
Oh, I admit I did. I didn't make it.
You got a good reason for not coming?
I didn't have a paycheck since the second week in December. I just finally got a full week's worth of work the week before they picked me up in Madison County.
Okay, well, that's not a good reason not to come to court. You're better off to come in and say, Judge, I'm out of work, I'm here, I'll do community service, I'll do something, but I'm here acknowledging that I need to take care of this, rather than blowing it off.
Well, it cost me $100 to drive down here, and I didn't have any money to drive down here.
Where do you live?
Madison County. That's 3 hours north from here.
Okay, is that London?
Yes, sir.
Well, do you have a smartphone?
I do, but I didn't have fun either.
Okay. Well, maybe we just need to lay this out in jail because you haven't paid. This is a August of 2024, and you paid a total of $140, and it was a second offense OVI.
140?
Yeah, that's all you've paid.
I thought I had over 200.
No, that's not what I'm showing.
Okay. Well, I did have planned to be able to pay this off, and my boss had just gotten back from Florida, and I'm going to ask him for an advance on this so I could get you guys paid off.
You were also supposed to go to counseling for substance use in your home county. I've got no proof that you did that either. Did you?
I did go to it, sir. They were supposed to send you information.
I got something for mental health services from Clark County.
That would be who I went to.
Okay.
It's called mental health.
It looks like.
I didn't realize that they had Clark County on there.
Well, it says Mental Health Services for Clark County, Inc. That's the name of the organization that sent me this. It's from July of 2025.
July, okay.
I'm reading the report.
Okay.
Again, so, yeah, it's troubling. Client reports he drinks every day, beer. Reports he used to drink 2 cases a day. But now it is 6 to 9 beers a day. Says he used to be able to drink 18 beers in 2 hours. He reports during COVID he drank a lot and wasn't bothered. Says he's always worked even when he's drinking alcohol. He reports that alcohol causes people to bitch about it. Yeah, no doubt. You're drinking like that, yeah, you're going to have people around you that will say, you're drinking too much. He reports he doesn't have a problem with his drinking and laughed. Okay, anything you want to tell me?
I haven't been drinking since December. I haven't been drinking hardly anything. And I had planned to get my fines paid off and then be able to be square with you guys and move on.
Okay, well, I think we just need to finish this up with jail time because you haven't done, this is a soon-to-be 2-year-old case and you've done very little on it. It's a second offense OVI. So I gave you 30 days in jail for it and ordered you to serve 15 days immediately and suspended the balance of 15. So you got 15 days hanging over your head. So
I have already been in holding for 3 weeks now with Tri-County.
yeah, well, I'm not giving you credit for that. When did he get charged with? You got that on the jail list? This is James Eastman.
He was booked into our jail on the 8th.
Okay. I'm going to finish his case by jail time, 15 days in jail, credit for 1 day served, so he's got 2 more weeks to do, and then your case is completed by jail. Stay out of Lawrence County, just stay up there in Madison County. I don't know why you were down here drinking and driving anyway. Casey?
I was actually traveling south and I got turned around in construction and I had drank the night before and it was 4:30 in the morning.
Okay, your case is completed by jail.
Alright, so what would be my release date then?
2 weeks from today.
Alright.
State of Ohio versus Benjamin Hughes at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 26-195. And Harold Maynard is on deck.
Sir, are you Benjamin Hughes?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hughes, I'm Judge Capper. This is what's called an arraignment hearing for you. We're obviously doing it by teleconference, so you are appearing in the courtroom by monitor. You're on a television monitor. Everybody can see you. Even more important than that is it's all being recorded. So whatever you say, whatever I say, it's all being recorded. So you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but what you do say, this is the same as being in an open court. It's on the record. It can be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have a right to remain silent, and you have a right to have an attorney. Those two things kind of go together. If you talk to an attorney that's representing you, what you tell the attorney is privileged. Can't be used against you. But what you say in this open courtroom is not privileged. It can be used against you. You have a right to have bail. You have a right to make the state of Ohio prove any charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
The charge that you're facing is not even in this county or this state, it looks like. It's out of Kentucky, Boyd County Circuit Court, right across the river. It's alleged that you have a charge over there of promoting contraband. I don't really know what that is because we don't think we have something called that here, so I don't really know what the charge is, but they're saying they want you extradited to Boyd County to face this charge. You have a right to have an extradition hearing in this court, and that's a hearing not for me to decide if you're guilty or innocent of the charge that Kentucky wants to file against you, but is there a good reason to make you go to that jurisdiction on this charge? And you have a right to have an attorney and to have one appointed for you if you can't afford one to represent you at the extradition hearing. So you can waive extradition if you do that. Well, first of all, they're asking that there be no bond, but I think under Ohio law, I have to post a bond or set a bond for you. If you can post a bond, I'll let you go turn yourself in. If you can't post a bond, I'll order Kentucky officials to come get you from our jail and take you to their jurisdiction. So how do you want to proceed? Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you here?
No.
Do you want to waive extradition?
Yes.
I'm going to set bond. It looks like it's a felony, but I don't know what kind, so it must be pretty serious. And it also says probation violation. So I'm going to set bond at $10,000 cash or surety. And what that means is if you got $10,000 in cash, you post it with the clerk here. As long as you show up in Kentucky as you're ordered to, you'll get the whole $10,000 back, all of it. If you can't post $10,000, I'll let you use a bail bondsman. So usually they charge 10%. So you're looking at $1,000, but they keep that fee. And then if you don't show up, they're going to come hunt you down and probably take you back to our jail if you don't show up in Kentucky. So how do you want to proceed? Do you want to try to post bond, or do you want me to order Kentucky to come get you?
You can just let Kentucky come get me.
Okay, so I'm going to give them a week to come get you. That's what I usually do. And the good thing with them, they're so close, and they probably got some of our people they want to bring over too. So usually 2 or 3 days you'll be over in Boyd County. So I'll set bond at $10,000, but I'm going to say you won't post it. So they're to pick you up, and a week from today's the 17th. unless they have a good reason, I expect them to pick you up by April 17th at 8 a.m. Then I'm putting you on my docket for April 17th at 10 a.m. so that we don't lose, sometimes we lose people in the jail. They're back there in the corner of the jail, I don't even know they're there. So I want to make sure if you're still in our jail, I know about it. So I'm putting you on my docket for the 17th at 10 a.m. So if I'll see you like this, you're still in the jail. But 97% of the time, I'm going to say, with Boyd County, people go and I don't have a problem. Now, but someplace else, sometimes they don't come when they say they're going to. But Boyd County's pretty good. You have any questions, sir?
No.
You should, by next Friday, you should be in the Commonwealth. They don't call themselves a state, they're a Commonwealth. Commonwealth of Kentucky. Okay, that's all.
State of Ohio versus Harold Maynard, case number TRC 26532, A, B, C, and D, CRA 26181, A and D, CRB 26183. Harold Maynard, and that's Mr. Morgan's case, Your Honor.
He was supposed to be at OVP, is he?
Yeah, so I was under the impression he was supposed to pay a bond with Gary Sowers, and so we kept in contact with the jail, and he never paid that bond. So we weren't able to get him.
All right, and one of the reasons I did that is because he's got a West Virginia address. And misdemeanor, so I guess the only other option would be when you can't post any bond, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, I can.
You can post a bond.
Yes.
Have you talked to?
Yes, if I can get all of my people, well, they're supposed to have the money for a bond.
Have you talked to the bail bondsman?
I spoke with him yesterday, and he said to contact him after today when a bond was set for an exact amount.
Well, it's already been said, it's $1,500 cash or surety. So $1,500 surety. I know he had some things going on last week, his father died, so I think it was funeral last week, so maybe, or this week, maybe.
I think it was the day of when that happened, yeah.
All right. We'll contact him again, Maynard, $1,500.
And I have to come up with the $1,500, correct?
Well, your people, you or your people.
Well, my people, I'm sorry.
I just had another suggestion, and I don't know if Mr. Morford and Mr. Maynard are ready to consider this or not, but we would be able to recommend an OR bond and allow him to go to treatment if he were to go ahead and plead to the OVI charge and then delay the sentencing on that. If he goes to treatment and is successful, we'd be happy to be able to dismiss the drug charges. And if he did extra good in treatment, we would even talk to the court about maybe not sentencing him to the number of days in jail that might otherwise be imposed for an OVI of the second offense, although he's already done a few days. So if they wanted to do that, it might be a way to kind of short circuit the problem.
You want to talk to him about that, Mr. Morford?
Please, Judge.
Your lawyer's you got an offer on the table from the state. Your lawyer's going to call and talk to you about it, and then we'll have you back up by teleconference after you all discuss it.
Thank you, Judge.
Then we call this later in the document.
That will be later on today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to call you right now, Mr. Maynard.
All righty, thank you, sir.
State of Ohio versus Austin Pauley, Case number TRD 252885, and Vicky Price is on deck.
Sir, are you Austin Dean Pauley?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Pauley, it's alleged that on November 20th of 2025 at 12:29 a.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle without a driver's license. That is an unclassified misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney. Well, yes, you don't. You don't have a right to have an attorney on this. You can have an attorney, but I can't appoint one because it's a non-jailable offense. The only reason you're in jail, allegedly, is because you failed to come to the arraignment and got capias issued when you didn't come to the arraignment. So I can't appoint a lawyer for you, but you can have a lawyer if you want one. And
I don't need one.
you have a right to make the state of Ohio prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, how do you want to plead to this charge?
Guilty.
Okay, and the guilty plea means it's admitted that it's true. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The officer did not give me a statement, which is unusual. All I have is a printout of your driving record. And it shows that he's got a suspension of this court from 2019, so let's see if he's got other stuff.
I believe that my suspension was paid, I just haven't got it reinstated yet.
Okay. You got anything else? Were there warrants on any of those? Okay.
Just on the one that he's in there for now.
Okay. Well, you of all people, I mean, you've been around the court system enough to know, what happens when you don't come to court?
Get a warrant.
You know, the example, it's not like 7th grade math homework where I don't want to do my homework. And you don't turn it in, nothing happens. Well, you're going to get a warrant when you don't show up for court, and it's not going to go away.
I understand.
If you don't want to go to jail, I mean, I would be worried about that. You're not worried about missing a court date?
Yes, I am.
Okay. When did you get picked up?
It's been a few months ago.
No, I mean, this time. When did you put on the orange jumpsuit?
Last night.
Okay. Is there charges over that, or you just got picked up on the warrant?
No, it was just, there's no charges, so I just got picked up on the warrant.
Okay. Well, you got any good explanation that you want to make as to why you didn't come to court or about not having a license?
I thought I had my license. Like I said, I paid all the fines. I just hadn't paid the reinstatement fee. I didn't know that was the big holder for it.
Okay. Are you working now?
Not yet. Not yet. I actually have an interview today.
Okay, well, hopefully it's late, because I'm going to let you out of jail, but if it was this morning, you already missed it, obviously. Okay, since you didn't come to court, I'm going to have to give you some community service on this.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give you a fine of $200, so that's probably double what it would have been if you would have come back in November when you were supposed to come. $200 fine, where you pay the court costs. Community service of 30 hours, so that's 5 days of community service.
Okay.
So, and that's more than you would have got. So there has to be you've already paid the price because you got arrested and you spent the night in jail. That's never fun. So you got to get more penalty for not coming.
I understand.
And I'm going to put you on probation, non-reporting, but I am going to give you a review hearing. So here's how you could, I'm not giving you any jail time, just a fine and community service, but here's how you can make it jailable. If you
By not coming to the review hearing.
By not coming to review hearing, you figured it out.
Now, I figured it out.
October the 9th. And you've got all spring, all summer, and some of the fall to get this done. And if you don't have it done, you gotta show up, or you're gonna get a warrant. October the 9th. You got plenty of time to get it done.
Understood. How many hours of community service did you say?
30.
Perfect.
So that's 5 days. And if you want to come tomorrow morning at 7:30.
Clean the courthouse?
Tomorrow morning at 7:30, it's a special day. I'm giving double credit. So you get 2 days credit for coming tomorrow because it's Fayette Township Cleanup Day. And
what do you got?
It's like a big party. They cook hot dogs and you'll help them clean up a few things. And
this is to the court?
Yeah, you come to the court and we'll transport you to Fayette Township.
Okay, great, yeah.
Okay. October the 9th. And if you forget, we actually have phones that people will answer if you call here, or if you have a smartphone, which I know you do. Right?
I do. I won't forget to have a smart brain as well.
Okay. Well, you'd be surprised how many people tell me they forgot, or they lost their, you're not gonna have any paperwork, because you're not here.
Right.
But,
I understand.
I've only had, and I've been asking this question for a year or more. I've had one person say I don't have a smartphone. It's amazing. Everybody's got a smartphone. So what's that mean? You can look up the court's website. We have a website here, Lawrence County Municipal Court. Google it. It comes up. You put your name in the record search. Your case is going to come up. When you have to be here, what you have to do. So there's no excuse for not knowing what you got to do.
It even gives you a history of what you've done last.
It does. Got all kinds of, and you can look up other people. If you want to look up and see what your neighbor's done, you can look that up.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's all.
the record is great.
You're going to get out here in a few minutes when we get the paperwork done.
All right, thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, we still have something called for Lawrence County Jail, but we also have Mountain Carmel.
Okay, let's do them.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Conwell, case number CRB 2693, CRB 25597, CRB 25540.
I see you. And your attorney is here, Mr. Stratton. And your mother's here. So so he's still at Mount Carmel, but is he about to go?
I don't have a current update for this week. However, I did get a message yesterday that Mount Carmel had contacted our crisis hotline and informed them that they planned on discharging him today to his mother.
Tuesday. He's being discharged Tuesday. Oh, well, the lady told me Tuesday, but there was just, with the courts sending him to TCC, I needed to know what to do.
Okay. Do we have somebody there from Mount Carmel that can give us the update, the official word? When's he going to be discharged?
Good morning. Yes, I'm one of the social workers here. So we are planning on discharging sometime next week, potentially Tuesday. Okay. What we actually wanted to find out is he obligated to actually go to TCC, or is he able to be discharged to his mother's?
Well, that's to be determined, I guess. So what's the state's position on that? Do you want him discharged into her custody, or we want to make other arrangements?
Well, I think that I'd like to hear from his mother what she thinks.
I'm ready for him to come home. Everything seems to be going well. I'm ready for him to come home as soon as they're released.
If he comes home, we still don't want to dismiss the charges until we have a little bit of track record of doing okay at home.
So maybe we need to come back fairly quickly then.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right, so the state, I guess, is agreeable to him being discharged to his mother. I'll do an order to that effect. And that's likely to happen on Tuesday, which is going to be the 14th. I guess something could happen from now and then. Then let's come back on the 17th to see how things are going. Is that's Friday after that. Are you available?
It depends on how the.
Yeah, the jury trial.
Yeah,
What about
so,
on Monday?
I'm sorry?
Can we do on Monday, like the following Monday?
That's,
Is that okay?
that's fine, I just want to make sure that things were going well. We can make it the 20th, are you available the 20th?
yeah, we can do the 20th.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Conwell's going to be discharged to his mother and her, I'm sorry, your name?
Amy.
Amy
Piles.
Piles. And then we'll have a follow-up hearing on the 20th to see how that's going, and with the possibility that if things aren't going well, we can go back to the council. Okay, April 20th is going to be the next hearing. Do you, is the lady from Mount Carmel, does she need a copy of the order for him to be released?
Yes, if we can have it faxed or emailed, or I'm not sure, I guess what would be the easiest way.
We can do either one of those. Give me a fax number or an email.
I can do email, that might be the quickest. It's Peter and Paul. Would it be easier if I just sent it to the chat on here?
No. I actually don't. Just you just give it to us, would be better.
Okay, it's Peter and Paul, A.
Oh,
Peter.
we'll talk about that when we call it.
You cut off. P is in Paul, A, what?
B is in Tom, T is in Tom, I is in ink. Dustin, that's W-E-X-T is in Tom, O-N, at Mount Carmel, M-O-U-N-T-C-A-R, M is in Mary, E-L, B is in boy, H is in Henry.com.
Okay, do you have a phone number? I'm going to have one of my guys call you. You're cutting in and out, so just give me a number where we can call you and we'll get it that way.
Okay. And this one is 614
Right, yeah.
695-6240.
Okay, we got that. Okay, we'll call you about getting the email and get a copy of the order to you. Thank you.
Yes, I will.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Vicky Price at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 26201, CRB 26178, A and A, CRB 26188, CRB 26189, A and B, CRB 26191, A, B, and C.
There's a new charge apparently. Have you seen that?
Yeah, Your Honor, I believe it's the felony charge that we had,
Okay.
was where it was common, we'll waive reading, ask that be set for prelim.
All right, so Ms. Price is at the jail, appearing by teleconference for lawyer Mr. Stratton in the courtroom.
It's like a multi parts of it.
Okay. Have you been, Ms. Price, have you been served a copy of the court's order with regard to a gun safe at your house?
Yes, I never had a Hornady. I never bought a Hornady. It's my understanding that those were bought illegally in my name. I've never had those.
Okay, well, that wasn't my question. My question was, I entered an order yesterday with regard to a gun safe that was located at your residence, and you were supposed to be served a copy of it by the sheriff's office. Did that happen? Did you get a copy of the?
I got a copy, yes.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that you understand, and now you don't have access to the gun safe because you're in custody, but at some point if you get out of custody and post a bond, you are not to enter the gun safe, and it's been secured by a chain and a padlock, and you cannot remove that in any way.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we received a copy of that, I received a copy of that, Your Honor.
Just, and while we're on that issue, is there any modifications requested, or that was kind of a stopgap temporary order that I wanted to enter because the sheriff's office was there at the time and called me about the gun safe, and it wasn't directly addressed in the previous order, I didn't think. So that was my solution, was just padlock it, make sure it can't be entered.
Yeah, Your Honor, I believe this gun safe is 600-700 pounds up on the second floor, unable to be removed or accessed.
Not easily.
Not easily. Yeah, you can always remove anything, but there's no changes to that at the moment unless the state has something they want to change on it.
Mr. Ewing.
Oh, I think under the circumstances, it's now secured, and I don't know whether the search yielded any other firearms in the house or not. I haven't been told.
Not that I'm aware of.
No. So we're okay with that. Oh, okay, so.
They did, yes, I heard this question. I think they did locate the cameras, I believe.
Yeah.
So, Your Honor, we just need to reset this for a prelim/pretrial.
And when do you want to do that?
Maybe that next Friday.
17th?
Well, we can do it the 17th. There could be a possibility that I'm not, yeah, so. That whole case is up
Sure.
in the air, so, yeah.
So provisionally, I'm going to set preliminary hearing and other hearings, all the hearings for Ms. Price for the 17th. Mr. Stratton has a jury trial starting Monday, I believe, in Scioto County. Then possibly, you never know with jury trials when they're going to end. It could go into Friday.
Right.
So,
If anything, Your
sometimes
Honor,
they end really quick. You never know.
if anything, Your Honor, I'll hear by video that day at noon.
Judge, may I address the court?
Yes.
Adria Price is set for Monday. We want to keep these together and do those both Friday.
Available on the 17th?
I am available on the 17th.
Okay.
Maybe get them back together. Okay.
We'll change Adria Price to the 17th.
From the 10th to the, thank you.
What about bond for this new charge?
Is the current?
The current bond is
It's 50,000, and no,
30,000.
plus GPS.
plus GPS.
I don't think there's any difference in any additional knowledge that the prosecutor has conveyed to the court with this new filing that has changed, so I just ask the bond remain the same.
We're okay with that.
And apparently she can't post this bond anyway.
There's that, yeah.
All right, so that bond will cover all cases, the 30,000 cash and surety with GPS monitors. And set everything for the 17th on this price and removing Adria Price's cases for that day also. It's my understanding she's still in custody also.
She is.
She is judging.
Okay, April 17th will be the next hearings.
State of Ohio versus Jacqueline Stiltner at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 26203, CRA 25146.
Okay, Mr. Holt is Ms. Stiltner's attorney, and I don't think he's here today.
Your Honor, he was supposed to be here according to the docket, but I don't think we have to see.
Well,
Yes.
and we had extensive discussions about this matter, and I thought he was going to have one of the other attorneys cover for him. There's, I think, been a Rule 4 that's been filed.
Yes.
So our
Knox County.
intention was to nolly the other case to the grand jury and then ask for a bond on Rule 4.
Okay. All right, and is Mr. Holt agreeable to this, or?
Yes, that's what he was urging me to do.
All right, Stiltner, it's alleged that there's a warrant for you out of Knox County, Ohio,
There is.
which is the county seat is Mount Vernon,
Yes.
and it's failure to comply with pretrial release program, aggravated possession of drugs, is what they're alleging.
Right. Yes, sir.
So, you have a right to have a hearing about this in this court. It's called a Rule 4 hearing. So anytime there's a warrant for somebody in a county that doesn't touch the county where you're found, fancy word for that is contiguous to the county where you're found, you have a right to have a hearing just to make sure you're not sent someplace that really you don't have any business going to, like they got you confused with somebody else or something like that. So you have a right to a Rule 4 hearing, you have a right to have an attorney, which you already have Mr. Holt appointed, but he's not here today. You can waive a Rule 4 hearing and say, you agree to go to this county, and I can post a bond, set a bond for you, you can post it. If you can, go turn yourself in. If you can't post the bond, then I'll order Knox County to come get you.
So I can post a bond and you'll let me out and then I can go on to Knox County?
Yes, I set a bond for you before, but I guess maybe you had a holder from Knox County. And what's happened here is the prosecutor has said they're going to take your case to the grand jury, so they're not going to hold you. That bond that I set of $5,000, you don't need anymore because they're just going to let you go on to the grand jury.
Okay.
But you still have to answer the warrant in Knox County, so
Correct.
they don't tell me what they want, but I would set a bond of $2,000. Do you think a $2,000 bond?
Does that mean if I get a bail bondsman that I have $200 and then I'm released?
Well, that's usually what it means, but that's up to the bail bondsman.
Okay, yes, I can definitely do that. My dad would come get me. They're on my team right now. I'm doing very well right now. I did go to treatment, just not where I was supposed to go originally. I had an impulse to go to Akron instead of down here in Lawrence County. I've never been successful here, sir. But and that's just because it's where I got sick, and you really can't get well where you got sick, I don't believe. But I'm 7 months clean now, and I would be happy to go turn myself in and get that taken care of.
Okay, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 cash or surety, so you want to talk to the bail bondsman then,
Okay.
right?
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You do want to talk to the bail bondsman?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so we'll have him contact you about posting the bond, and then I'm going to order that you turn yourself in to Knox County sometime before April 17th.
Okay, I can
So
do
that's
that.
next Friday. You got to get out there and get turned in and get the warrant withdrawn before next Friday. Or you have to appear here in my court and explain to me why you didn't get the warrant withdrawn.
Okay.
Or I'm
I'll go back to.
going to tell the bail bondsman to go get you and take you to the jailhouse, and he will.
Okay.
He will go get you and take you to the jail.
I'm sure. My dad will bring me. I don't do what he says. So, yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to send a waiver down for you waiving your Rule 4 hearing, and it's going to say on it that you have to appear in Knox County before April 17th or appear here April 17th at 10 a.m. for a hearing.
Okay.
You understand that? Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did we set a new hearing date for holding?
April 17th. And nolly, the state's going to nolly the 25-146. Is that nolly to the grand jury?
Yes, Your
Honor.
Honor.
Grand jury.
Yes.
Honor, we have a recall from jail, but we're not ready for that. We have some other cases we need to call through first. State of Ohio versus Chance New, case number TRC 253024, A and B.
Mr. Haslam's case set for pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. So the state and I had opportunity to continue discussions again this morning about potential resolution. I think at this point, we're nearing resolution, may need some additional guidance on that. We would request to come back next Friday, Your Honor.
Okay, April 17th for pretrial.
Oh, you're not going to be here? I apologize. I spoke too quickly, Your Honor.
Okay. What date do you want to?
When are you available, Philip?
Every time except next Friday.
I could potentially do the 24th, Your Honor.
Is that good for the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
April 24th for pretrial, 10 o'clock.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Drady Diamond, case number CRA 26182, Mr. Stratton's case. Drady Diamond, she's on Zoom.
Yeah, she is on Zoom at the Crisis Center, Your Honor. And we have a letter for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's a good report, good start. Well, her appearance is 100% improved from the last time she was here.
Yes, Your Honor. I think that there's, I'll let you.
So she is at the Crisis Center working on stabilization. I don't have an update since yesterday. I know she had an appointment with clinical yesterday to talk about her meds to make sure she was on the right ones and the right dosages and stabilizing. I know she did have some confusion about exactly why she's there and why she wasn't allowed to go home. Her husband is here as well, and he asked me to mention that he would love for her to be stabilized and then able to come home to him.
Okay. But you're not telling me that you think she's there right now. You want them to work on her a little bit further, or you think she's ready to come home now?
That would be up to clinical. I know the last update I got from them was yesterday that they work on her medications. So from my understanding, she's not quite there yet, but they are working on it.
Okay.
Me, I would love to have her home. I'd take her right this second if I could have her, but that's all up to.
Okay, well, let's come back fairly quickly then.
Okay.
Maybe Monday, or, well, no,
Not Monday.
17th?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll set them, and if the counseling center thinks she is appropriate to go home, you could release her before then. You don't have to wait for the court.
Okay, so when they deem her stabilized, then they can release her to her
Yes.
husband? Okay.
Yes. Okay, April 17th will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
She wouldn't have to go down to mom.
Well, I don't know what we're going to end up doing. It's going to
State of Ohio versus Heather Simpkins, case number CRB 2654.
Okay. All right. She can come home. It seems like she's almost not out there yet, so hopefully so.
I'm just trying to what she needed to.
Yeah. Oh, come back next week.
What's up? Yeah, okay.
Because she is on the MATs of Boston.
Okay, is there an agreement about the report and what's being recommended?
Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't,
I mean, look at the last sentence.
yeah, if she doesn't have negative screens going
Give her a
forward.
chance to do outpatient, but if that proves to be unsuccessful in the coming timeframe, she's going to agree to go inpatient.
We do agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
State's on board with that.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we could do the 20th or 24th?
24th, Your Honor.
24th? Okay. Try this for 2 weeks and see how it goes. So the 24th is going to be your next hearing, 10 o'clock, pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus Charles Booth, case number CRC 23-145, CRC 25-2815, A, B, C, D, and E.
Well, yeah.
That's the same thing. That's all done. We did all the time.
Yeah, program.
Yes.
When you go back on.
Your Honor, I'll have you guys in
20th to when?
28 days from.
So,
That's when I go to town. I'm gone for 28 days.
yeah, so Your Honor, we're about to where he's about completed the program. He does go out on the boat on the 20th for 28 days. So, just,
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, if that's not updated, he's paid off all his fines and court costs and all his community services done.
Okay, great.
all right, good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, maybe we can come back, let's make it a couple months, see
okay.
how things go.
And maybe we can conclude that.
Yeah. So that, June sometime? Do you know what your schedule will be in June?
That's what I gave him right here, Stratton. I gave him a letter where I signed it for work every day. And I'll be leaving out the 20th, and then I'll be gone for 28 days from the 20th.
How long are you home?
28 days.
So 28 days from the 20th, he's away, then 28 days he's home.
So he's leaving April the 20th?
Yeah, for 28 days.
Okay.
Then be home for 28 and then gone for another 28.
Okay, so he's gonna be here by that, he'll be here most of June then.
Okay.
So what's your schedule in June?
Oh, I'm good in June.
So why don't we set it like the 5th of June? That'll work, you should be here then. So you need a plan in place. Since you're leaving treatment and you're gonna go work, you're gonna be in a different environment, how are we gonna handle things and temptations and whatever? Maybe you need contact person that you can call or do. some-
Yeah, I got a support group.
Video
stuff.
conference.
Yeah, Taylor was here. I was here, I think, 13 days ago, and you wasn't here. And somebody was filling in for you, and they asked me what day I think I'd have everything done and paid off, and I told them the 10th, so you'd be back or whatever, so I could go over it with you and talk to you with Stratton, and then
Yeah. Okay, well, and you've done well. I just want to make sure, because a lot of people fail when they leave a structured environment to go to where they're mostly on their own. At some point, you're going to be on your own.
Yeah.
But I want you to know I'm kind of watching over you now when we make this transition, and I want to make sure you do whatever you need to do to stay clean during this time where you go back to work. So, that's the only reason I'm having you come back. Okay, June 5th will be the next year.
one more time.
State of Ohio versus Michael Fuller, case number CRB 25-721.
Your Honor, This was set for trial today, Your Honor, due to the scheduling conflict that have arisen this week. We must reset it. Prosecutors in agreement. It's an issue outside this court, so.
I understand. What date do you want to? Let me tell you what the court said.
Okay, well, that's even better.
Yeah. Really, May's pretty open. I haven't set any trials in May. So.
Maybe sometime in the middle of May, Your Honor.
15th?
15th sounds good.
May 15 at noon.
Okay, all right, so this works out well.
For trial.
May 15th. All right, 15. All right.
State of Ohio recalls Clinton House, case number CRA 26106.
Your Honor, he did his assessment and he is in agreement to
OVP for detox, and after that, inpatient with us. He admitted to what he used.
I thought you were in agreement with through detox and inpatient with RNs. Your Honor, I'll let them mention you probably have the toxicology there.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
They know that. He never does screening.
I don't have it.
We actually have, let's see.
He would like to do outpatient, Your Honor, but
I got a job offer to start Monday morning. If I get out here, they told me I can come start Monday morning for $16 an hour. And I've never had this opportunity, and I take care of my grandpa. He went in the hospital on Easter. I was supposed to start this coming Monday, but I delayed it because he went in the hospital. And I just like to have the opportunity to do outpatient, or at least a chance.
Well, if they're recommending detox,
I mean,
I think it's
getting all within the system.
I don't need detox. I was going to do it, but I don't think I need it. I need to work. I got my grandpa. Nobody really takes care of him. He's 76 years old, and he's been in and out of the hospital. He signed himself out just so he'd be out for court for a day for me. And if I get out of here, I'm gonna make him go back to the hospital. He's been having heart problems.
Okay. Well, can we try outpatient?
We can try outpatient.
Man, I'll prove myself. I swear I will. I mean,
So how long will detox take?
man, I don't even really need.
Detox would be 7 to 10 days, depending on, medical evaluations and stuff like that.
But he won't be able to detox if he starts his job Monday.
I'm sorry.
Detox Monday, like he won't be able to do that, because he said he gets his job Monday.
If I can
Detox
start,
would be an option for him then.
okay, if I can start my job, I'm just willing to work, and that's gonna keep my head straight. I gotta come up with $500 to put down on my license to get them back. I gotta have $500 from my insurance to have an SR-22 bond. And I just got the job offer. My grandpa's been paying on my license for the last 4 months, trying to help me get them back. And I have messed up, but I mean.
Okay, what's the state's position? This is the case that was from January 2025.
Yes, but I guess it's been identified that there's a present need for treatment. And by the way, we do have the analysis back, because this is an old case, and there was the presence of carfentanil, fentanyl, and xylazine. We have concerns about Mr. Hass, but I also don't want him to, he's trying to run his life. I don't know how you can do both, but we're okay with, if the court decides that it's okay for him to do outpatient, to test him out for a short period of time to make sure we don't have problems, we don't oppose that.
Your Honor, when he comes back, we'll test the court, come back soon.
What's happening? Did they do a test today?
I think it's,
A urine test today?
I didn't think when I can.
yeah, you can do a urine test.
I'd just like to have that as a baseline. Let's see
Yeah.
what's in there right now.
Okay.
And then we can come back in a short period of time. I'll give him a chance. I'll show you to do it, but it's gonna have to be a short period of time. And, wow, 17,
Yeah.
crazy number of cases. So let's try to put it on a date other than 17.
Oh, okay. That's,
What's the next week?
the following Friday, gives them 2 weeks.
I don't really, how about the 20th?
20th is fine, yeah.
Okay, let's do the 20th.
20th. Okay, but you have
And
to,
I'm taking a chance, I don't want you to wind up dead of an overdose, because I gave you time to go out and say you're gonna help your grandfather.
Your Honor, I'll prove myself, I promise. I've done treatment before, and I've done good. I just got around the wrong people and started slipping.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change that up. You can't
well-
go around the people that are gonna use.
Well, the people that was using, they got pulled over Monday. When I got pulled over, went to jail for my warrant. They went to jail for a warrant, and they got a probation violation, so they're gone for 280 days. Drug
You gotta stay away after 280 days, I mean.
We can't even go back around them people, I know.
Period.
You gotta cut them people out.
I'll tell you a story, I won't say his name, but some people are gonna know, it wasn't even recorded, just a friend of mine that I helped get in treatment because he was using cocaine.
No.
And he got clean for a year. And he was gonna get hired by one of the agencies.
Just in case.
But he got so well, he's a great person. And then he said, well, I relapsed because I went and hung out with some people that were smoking crack cocaine. My friends were smoking crack cocaine.
That ain't
Well,
friends.
you don't need friends that smoke crack cocaine.
That's not friends if they smoke crack cocaine.
And he relapsed. You gotta cut those people out of your life.
Yes, sir.
That's part of it.
Yep. I'm done.
Okay, go do the urine screen, because I want to see what's in there. Come back on the 20th, and I want a clean screen then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Harold Maynard at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number PRC 26532, ABC and D. Laura did find all of it. She's here to visit. So make sure they heard it.
Yes, yeah, he has a bed with
All right, so Mr. Maynard is on the screen. Can you hear me, Mr. Maynard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we've got your lawyer here and Mr. Man from OVP. So what's happening?
He's willing to take Mr. Hield up on his offer, Your Honor. OVP has agreed to accept him.
Okay, so that's going to be, he's pleading to the OVI, and there's a felony possession charge that's going to remain pending.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, and that's important because what that means is, because I think you are a West Virginia resident, but the thing is, if you have a felony and you don't show up and we issue a warrant on felony, that warrant's good everywhere.
Okay.
So they will arrest you, you'll go to Western Regional, and it'll take about 3 weeks. You'll sit in Western Regional until you get a hearing. And so it'll just, what I'm trying to tell you is, it'll slow your case down and not do you any good, because you'll just sit in jail for a long time before you get your extradition hearing. So you need to stay in treatment.
Yes, sir.
Bottom line, stay in treatment. Okay, so I'm going to change it to an OR bond, 2,000 OR. There's a guilty plea to the OVI of licensing. You understand, Mr. Maynard, that by entering a guilty plea, you're admitting that the charge of operating a vehicle intoxicated is true, and You are not putting up a defense to it. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to accept your plea on that. I'm not going to sentence you. I'm going to let you go to treatment. I will sentence you eventually, but you still have a possession charge pending. If you do well in treatment, you may get that dismissed down the road. It's going to be way down the road. We're not talking about next month or the month after that. Time in recovery is important. The longer your brain is free and clear of drugs, the better. So we got to get you clean for a while before I'm convinced you're not going to go back to it.
Okay. Can I ask how many, what kind of a program were we at, 28 day, 3 months?
You're going to go inpatient for 28 days, and then but you're going to have to do something else afterwards, depending on how you do and what their assessment is. But it's not going to be over at 28 days. You might go outpatient after that. You might still have to go inpatient, but for sure you're going to have 1 month of inpatient.
Okay. Thank you.
You're on board with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, and ODP will let me know if he leaves, all right? So, let's come back in May. You'll still be at ODP for a while. So, we'll be getting out around the 8th. You want to come back then on the 8th, May the 8th?
Sounds good.
Okay, May the 8th is going to be your next hearing, Mr. Maynard.
All right. I'll still be at OVP though, right?
You will probably be about finished then.
Potentially, yeah.
They'll bring you, if you're still there.
They'll
Bring you to the hearing.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
If you've left, then you have to get here on your own, or you may be in another facility by then. Who knows? Either way, you gotta be at the hearing, May the 8th, and at Court of Justice.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we finished with this.
Okay, that finishes up at jail. We'll come back here for cases.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Donato, case numbers CRD 26204, CRD 26564, A and B. Separate arraignment.
And sir, are you Nicholas Donato?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Donato, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to have an attorney, to have one appointed, to have bail, to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes.
You got a improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle. So last on April the 7th of this year, Perry Township, you were transporting a firearm in a motor vehicle, and they charged you with an M4 improper handling. So that's a maximum penalty of 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Then you're also driving 80 in a 55 zone. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. So those are the two charges. Well, on the traffic charge, they've got carrying a concealed weapon. Was the improper handling taking the place of that, or what's the state's position on that?
Well, I don't, for right now, we'll just leave them both on. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with it.
Okay, you're also charged with carrying concealed weapon. The B case, can you show me that? I want to see what the level way following. Miss it.
Sorry.
Show me I need to see the B case
Okay.
on the TRB.
Let's see.
That doesn't have a degree on it. Okay, I'll have to look it up.
Honor, if I'd like to speak with this young man if he would let me. Can I talk to you for a minute? Somebody called me on your behalf today. Who was that? Mr. Scott? Is that his name? Who is he? And he said you have some kind of business or something.
Going into it, like, I'm going into it, I'm testing into it.
Okay.
Over here.
If you didn't have the gun charge, would that help you? If we took the gun and kept it in play for the speeding charge, would that be okay? Would you do that today? Okay, I think I want to help you do that. Good Nicholas County boy, right? Okay. We'll talk to the judge. Your Honor?
Yes.
I gotten some information about Mr. Donato and what we would be willing to do today if he were to plead guilty to the speeding charge, and it is an 80 and a 55. We'd be willing to dismiss the charges with respect to the gun if he were to agree to forfeit the gun.
Okay, sir, what do you want to do?
That sounds good,
Okay,
yeah.
do you want to talk to anybody about it, or is it your gun, or who did it belong to?
It's my father's.
Is he here with you? Okay. Is he going to be okay with you forfeit? It's going to be destroyed, because that's what I do. I order them when they're forfeited. Because I don't want 10 years from now, someone is showing up in some crime where I ordered the gun forfeited. So I order it forfeited and destroyed.
Would it be all right if I talked to them about that?
Yeah. I'll enter not guilty pleas for you. And set you for another hearing.
Okay.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, please.
Do you have a job?
No.
You have no income? Okay, Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you. He can sign a $1,000 signature bond.
It's my neighbor.
Sign your
He
name.
will have to go to the jail. And let's see, there's not a time waiver, we'll have to come back pretty quick because it's an import.
Judge, I don't care to waive time if he's going to be out on bond.
He is. May 4th.
That's good.
May 4th will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
You said we got my phone number.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Baker, case number CRA 26205.
When was that supposed to come back?
This one will come back. That's who I'm going to call my office and wait for it. Okay? Thank you.
Are you Christopher Baker? Sir, you're Christopher Baker?
Yes, John.
Mr. Baker, it's alleged April the 8th this year, Perry Township, you knowingly were in possession of methamphetamine. That's a controlled substance, possession of which is a felony of the 5th degree. Maximum penalty, a year in jail, $2,500 fine. You understand this charge?
Yes, sir.
Were you here when I explained rights of defendants?
Yes.
And any questions about your rights?
No, sir.
You have to make a higher lawyer.
No.
You have a job.
No.
No income?
No.
Okay, Mr. Smith, I'll appoint you. State's position on bond.
The state would not oppose an OR bond if Mr. Baker were agreeable to talk to one of the counseling agencies about some substance abuse counseling.
I've got, he's a Huntington, West Virginia resident.
He has a West Virginia medical card, Your Honor. He's one to do that, had to be assessed. Whoever can help us with that.
You got any agencies that can work with a West Virginia medical card? Seems like OVP, I know, and outpatient. Where's Clawson Court?
That's in Altizer, in Huntington, Altizer, in Huntington.
And you get to 20th Street?
Yes.
Okay, OVP has a facility at 20th Street, I think that would be the closest.
6th Avenue. That would be the building. He's familiar with the building, Judge, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you sign a signature bond. You will need to get fingerprinted. I don't think you didn't go to get fingerprinted.
Yes, Your Honor.
You need to go get fingerprinted. Let you sign a $2,000 signature bond. Gotta get fingerprinted, go to OVP for, I want you to talk to Brianna today. But go there, get assessed, get treatment, and you can keep the case here. You may be able to keep the case here and not go, this is a felony. That means go to Ironton for a trial and potentially go to prison if you get convicted. Felonies can be sent to prison, and you have a felony charge. But what the prosecutor's doing, if you'll agree to stay here and go to treatment, they won't take you to the grand jury, get you indicted, or send you to common pleas. You'll come before me for me to review your treatment progress. You'll come back periodically and I'll get reports as to how you're doing. Mess up or blow it off, you just don't show up. We have people do that, they just don't show up. Don't come back to court. You're going to go to the grand jury, get indicted, and you have to deal with a different judge down in Ironton, and all bets are off. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to do that? You want to come back here and go to treatment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What's your May? I know you got a bunch of dates.
Yeah, May is crazy. I'm not available 4, 8, 15, or 27.
Let's do first.
I can do that, yeah.
May 1st will be your next hearing back here, and go to OVP. Don't wait till April 30th to go to OVP. You gotta go so that when you come down, you're gonna have something they can tell me about. Well, he's doing well, he's done X, Y, and Z. If you wait till the 30th, I have people do that. They wait till the day before. That tells me you're not in good faith. You don't really want to get clean. You just want to avoid going to prison, which everybody does. But use it as a motivation to get clean too. How old are you?
54, yeah.
Time to get clean.
Absolutely.
This is a chance. The treatment you're going to get is worth thousands of dollars. $1 million if you get clean and saves your life and your family. You got family?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kids?
Yes, Your Honor.
They want to get to see you get clean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll do it for them and everybody else in the community. You help all of us when you get clean. We're all better off.
Set up an appointment. Call him Monday, he won't be in today.
State of Ohio versus Jason Harrell, that's number CRA 25427, CRB 25428, A and B, CRB 25429, A, B, and C. Jason Harrell.
This is like a miracle. Rain in the barrel where it never ran out. It's like a small rocket, but it just never will run out. It just keeps going and
What's a
going.
hiccup on our progress?
May I approach?
Yes.
Oh, we were.
Okay, so he left treatment.
He was ordered by Adams County to do 120 days in jail there. And he was to turn himself in that Monday, the
okay.
30th. And we were not going to let him go on pass for obvious reasons. That weekend, he left against that advice, but he did come back and he did turn himself in to serve his 120 days, which is where he is now.
What's the state want to do this? You want to take it to the grand jury, keep it here, what's your choice?
If the court issued a warrant for him today, then they would hold him when his 120 days are done. He can come back here, and then we can decide maybe the 120 days has done him some good.
I'll issue a warrant for failure to appear today.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy McMillan, case number TRC 2693NC, TRC 2014 ABC, TRC 2341 ABC.
Jeremy's at RRS.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm leaving Monday. Going the next day. Oh, our supervisor, he'll be ready for work next week. So I get you out community service tomorrow. I heard they's paying double time.
Get double. And fed.
Oh, boy. Kids ride.
You just come here, and we'll get you. When you get here,
That door. You get here at 7:30? People still makes my decisions.
Well, I don't think you get it here at 7:30.
I have to
check with your report.
I have to check with your program manager. I'll look at the whole body when I walk in.
Judge, I guess Monday he goes to a different step. He's doing well. I know Mr. Hill is anxious to get the OVI resolved. If we could put a note in the file, plea or set it for trial next time, I'll speak with Jeremy. We'll get the case moving, but it sounds like he's doing what he needs to.
yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Yes.
Mid-May,
Mid-May, Judge, I am bad the 8th, 15th, 27th.
about the 18th.
I can do that.
May the 18th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Keep it up.
You got it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Yeah.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Pope, case number CRD 25734. Nicholas Pope.
He paid the cost.
Oh, okay, I was worried that
He'll be dismissed. No
Good,
appearance.
perfect. I thought we want to make sure we warrant him. Yeah, that's great.
Case should be dismissed.
The other party told me yesterday.
State of Ohio versus Michael Fritz, case number CRN 25469 A and B.
Mr. Smith's case. Shawnee. Sounds like you're getting a job there. Good. It's coming up on a year.
I've suggested it might be time to kick him out of the nest of the prosecutor, but I don't know
What says?
what he says.
You still want him to encourage the court's continued support in allowing Michael to maintain access to structured treatment and sober services. So I don't know if that means hold on to him a little bit longer.
So, from what I understand, his plan is to stay regardless.
staying.
Well, some point, I guess, been at it for over a year. At least that's when the charge arose.
You didn't get arraigned though until August.
August, yeah, I see.
I think he started treatment before then.
I believe it was May.
Yeah. I'm okay either way. We may come back in a couple of months or dismiss it now. Either way, it's up to the
Well,
state.
Mr. Fritz is a full-grown man, and he's apparently set his life in that direction.
Yeah, I'm not really planning on coming back down this way.
And so under the circumstances, it's probably, I think, not a bad thing to go ahead and dismiss the charges today.
Okay. Congratulations, sir. Your case is dismissed. You successfully completed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Take care, Mike. See you, yeah. Take care. Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck.
State of Ohio versus Thomas Martin Edgar, case number CRB 25-592, CRB 147.
She's serving the 40 days, 27, and do 3 days of general restitution and probation. If she's okay with not doing the contact with her because I got kids. Everything else, she still wants.
Your Honor, I've spoken to Mr. Baker. I've gotten an offer from the state. I have transmitted it. I think we need a little more information than we have at this point, so I'd like maybe one more pretrial, and I think this is likely going to be a matter we need to try. But at this point, I think another pretrial would be still fruitful, so.
May.
Yes, and in May, is Monday or Friday matter to you? Okay, if we could do the 4th perhaps?
Is that agreeable with the state? Or?
Are you okay for the 4th?
It's affecting my job. Okay.
We can set it, man.
We can go for a Friday if that's better.
No, I just got a new project. I work Monday through Friday. I work for Apple, so I work Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 8:30. But when's the 4th?
May 4th.
If that's on a Friday? What is it?
It's a Monday. We have court on Mondays and Fridays, so that's.
Just go
But you
ahead.
can also either appear by teleconference or.
I can't, I work online. So I'll be here. I'm just right down the road.
Okay.
So I'll be here, May 4th. Yeah.
All right, May the 4th will be the next hearing.
I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
State of Ohio versus Danny Daniels, case number CRB 26148.
Okay.
Mr. Steyer's case for sentencing.
And Your Honor, we had reset this matter to get some certain for restitution, and I've been provided a figure from the state of $624.58, along with some supporting documentation that I think backs that up, so we're willing to stipulate to that amount.
Is that agreeable? That's the amount, $624.58?
Yes,
Does that sound right? So, that being said, is he intending to enter a plea today?
He either already has or will enter a plea at this time.
All right. So, Your Honor, we charged this as a dangerous dog, and so we'd like a specific finding that it was a dangerous dog because it caused injury to a human. This lady behind me was, and the wounds were horrific.
Is this a German Shepherd or what was the breed?
She's a lab.
Lab. Oh,
She's only about maybe that tall.
they're not usually that aggressive.
She'd had puppies, and she was walking her dog, but I think I'd led her away from the puppies because I was trying to wean them. And I think when she was walking her puppy, she must have thought she had one of her puppies. That's the only thing I can think of. She's never offered to do anything to nobody.
And where's the dog now?
It's still in the pen where they told me to put it in.
Okay, so I guess it was at the pound of returned.
No, they come here, the lady from the,
Dog warden?
yeah, they told me I had to put her in quarantine. And she's been there ever since it happened.
Oh,
So, then there was somebody coming,
15 days, they have to be quarantined.
and then somebody came and made sure didn't have rabies and stuff like that. But she's been quarantined ever since the incident.
Okay, when we talked, I misunderstood what that meant. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
So I was having a discussion with Ms. Vance about what we should ask the court to do with respect to the dog. And I understand it's a lab, and it probably was, in Mr. Daniels' estimation, it was out of character for this dog. I've never seen a lab be aggressive either. And Ms. Vance is a dog lover, she tells me, as I guess we probably all are, except Mr. Steyer, who's a cat lover.
No, I love dogs too. You'll never hear me asking for them to be destroyed.
And that's what we don't want. But here's what we have to do. We have to make sure that the dog is not going to get out.
It's not gonna get out. I bought one of them, the cages is 10 foot by, where it's 10 foot round, 10 foot tall.
Has it got a lid on it too?
It's got a roof on it. I put a roof on top of it.
All right, so we want to have an order that's where, if the dog's outside, that's where it needs to be. We'd ask for the restitution to be ordered. We'd ask for 10 days in jail suspended, $200 fine, and court costs.
Mr. Steyer.
The only issue I have with we hadn't really discussed the fine, is that he is on a very limited income. Do you get SSI or?
I guess Social Security disability.
Social Security disability, he only gets $1,000 a month, and the restitution in this case is about $600. I've explained to him that he's going to have to make payments on that. I'll leave it to the court's discretion on the issue of the fine, but I don't know that that's something that will easily be paid. I mean, it would be paid eventually if need be, but if the state...
Well, there is the restitution.
Right, and it's significant.
If that's paid, we'd be okay with
Suspend the fine, and we'll be good, Your Honor. So what that means is...
She wants a constitutional, that's fine.
I pay it here.
Yeah, you'll pay it here to the court.
Okay.
So as long as
So
you keep it.
$200 fine suspended on the condition that the restitution is paid.
Okay.
And the restitution is $624.58.
Okay.
And 624.58. And the person that goes to is Raylena Vance.
Yes.
Raylena is R-A-Y.
L-E-N-A.
L-E-N-A, Vance.
Your right address.
I'll make a finding that the dog in question is a dangerous dog. And then just, if nothing else happens, it really doesn't make any difference, but if the dog bites somebody else or an animal or something like that, then that ups the ante as far as what the state can file against you as far as charges. They can file more serious charges.
Can I say something?
Yes.
You know, at the end of the day, that's still an animal, and you don't know how the animal is going to act. That is why it was your
Right.
negligence not to have it on you.
Right. No,
Or
I
to
know.
have it in your house. That could have killed me or my dog or somebody else.
Your Honor, there is, if a dog is determined to be a dangerous dog, that there's a separate dog license that has to be purchased. So we'd ask that that be required.
Okay, so comply with the licensing for a dangerous dog since the dog has bit somebody. You've already taken some steps to secure the dog by getting the type of enclosure that you described. That's required for a dangerous dog too. The thing is, as I said before, I think maybe in this case or another one, so everyone has a duty, if you own a dog, is to keep it up. It's your dog, keep it on your property under your control. And that means when you leave your property, you can take the dog with you, but it's got to be controlled on a leash or some other way that it's under your control. Dogs are not allowed to run free. And a lot of people let their dogs run free, which is a violation of law. So, there'll be 2 years of level 5 probation, so it'll be non-recurring. But I will set a review hearing for October the 9th, so you have to come for that if you haven't paid the restitution and the fines and court costs. If you paid it, then you don't need to come, because that's the only thing you've got to do in this case.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
I don't believe so this time, Your Honor.
Okay, that's all.
So you're going to go out?
You'll need to meet with probation.
This way, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
It comes through the court. Nothing.
State of Ohio versus Rachel Helmer, case number CRD 20. CRD 24, 320.
Mr. Steyer's case, it's pretrial review.
Your Honor, she is still at hometown, and her report's coming up. That's fine. There's some kind of a day coming up where you get like double credit for community service.
That's a good report. It says you're doing community service. Is that for another court, or are you doing it here too?
Are you doing it for another court? Or are you doing it here?
Says he's working on her community service hours, but I don't see any hours that have been done here.
We don't have anything for that. Where are you doing it? Food pantry and iron.
I'll accept it, I just need some.
Okay, you can get paperwork on that. You can get credit for that. Okay. And then I believe, I didn't catch the details of when, but I understand there is a multiple credit day coming up. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning at 7:30.
Is that here?
Here at the court.
Okay.
You get 2 days credit.
So yeah, we show up tomorrow at 7:30, get 2 days of credit. But I think she's making good progress, and we're
The report's good.
seeing some, and want to get that activity figured out with Mr. Cooper to get her credit for what she's done at the food pantry, if we can.
Okay. Mid-May?
That'd be fine, Your Honor. Does Monday or Friday matter to you?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, 11th or the 18th, if we could, Your Honor?
18th. May 18th, be the next hearing be as a pretrial.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Kiana Whitfield, case number CRB 2672, A, B, C, and D. Kiana Whitfield.
Mr. Steyer's case.
Your Honor, we got, I guess there's 3 charges pending here. I believe that 3 are all still pending. One is, I believe, a domestic violence. It's my understanding the state is going to move to dismiss that. In exchange for that dismissal, Ms. Whitfield is going to plead guilty to the 2, are they both criminal damaging? Assault and criminal damaging. She's going to plead guilty to those. We have an agreed to recommendation for disposition, which would be 30 days in jail suspended and 2 years probation with a no contact order in favor of the victims of the assault and the criminal damaging. There was previously discussed a restitution figure.
I've got some figures here.
I was not here when this case was set last due to my medical situation, but Ms. Whitfield went ahead and paid the restitution at that time, and it was accepted from the court, and I believe the state is satisfied by the restitution, so that issue has been cleared.
Okay. Yes, you paid $460 and $78. That's what I have, and I know that was the amount of restitution.
Right, so those should be, that issue is completed.
Okay. And you agree, Mr. Hill?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Whitfield, do you agree with what your lawyers told the court?
Yes.
You have a right to make a statement to the court if you want. Do you have anything you want to say before sentencing?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so 72A acknowledged. 72B, and we'll do the same on C. B and C. $100 fine on each, one court cost on B case.
And you need to be sure you don't leave before you get a copy of this. This is the no contact order. So they're gonna have to get the judge to sign it and make a copy of it for you.
2 years of probation, no contact order for Deborah Kincaid and Zoe Adkins.
Yeah.
Deborah Kincaid's on the B
Yeah.
case, criminal damaging. Zoe Adkins is on the C case.
Okay, that's fine.
Restitution's already been, should put it in there, restitution, $460 to Deborah Kincaid,
What was the amount again?
$460 to Deborah Kincaid, that's the B case. Then $78 to the assault for Zoe Adkins.
Community service.
There's actually a D case in the file, you want that dismissed? It's a, yeah, obstructing official business.
I would acknowledge that.
The D case is not. So our review hearing's October 11th,
October 8th,
9th
9th.
at 9 a.m. She'll need to meet with Mr. Major
If
today.
you get everything done before October 9th, don't come back. But if you don't have everything done, you gotta come back and explain why you don't have it done, basically. Pay the fines, pay the court costs. He'll explain that to you in the meeting in a moment, but that's the day. Somebody have that written down. Okay?
So now,
Okay, so you're gonna go out and to the left and wait and talk to the probation officer. He'll let you go once he's done. Thank you.
Federal Law versus William Spalding, case number TRD 26338, A and B, CRD 25601, A, B, C, D, and E, CRD 23512.
I was told, I haven't seen Mr. Spalding today.
He's in the hospital.
Okay, I was told he was at the jail, but that,
He's in the hospital.
he just wasn't gonna be here was the issue.
There's a new charge there too.
Oh, I didn't know there was a new charge.
Is this the traffic? Driving without a license and a turn signal violation.
Yeah, I didn't realize those had not been arraigned yet. I thought they had been arraigned because it was on the docket as a pre-trial, but that's because of the old matters, I guess.
Not that. I can't tell if it was arraigned or not, but. How do you want to handle it? Do you want to ask for continuance? Or-
Yeah, have I been reappointed then, Your Honor?
I guess so. Well, yeah. You had one case, Mr. Morford had the other at one time.
That's fine. I don't care to stay on it. I would ask for continuance to next week on the 7th. I don't know that I have current contact information from Mr. Spalding.
Let's go further out than that. We got 34 pre-trials already.
Oh, okay, well, didn't realize that. I could do, how far out do you want to go, Your Honor?
24th?
I'm unavailable the 24th. I have a doctor's appointment. That's the day I continued all those other cases, but I am available the 27th.
Let's do the 27th.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Nathan Dement, case number CRB 2648.
Thank you.
Sister Morpher's case, pre-trial.
That's what they've offered. 30 days suspended and no contact.
In court notice? Have to pay court costs?
Yeah, you had to pay court costs. You want to set it for trial? What part of it do you know from the group?
Court costs.
He's gonna plead. He's gonna plead. I don't, you have to ask the judge that. I've never had suspended court. I mean, I don't care. That doesn't matter to me.
Judge, can I approach?
Yes.
No contact. He takes suspended. No contact.
All right. I'm gonna be on probation.
You'll be on probation 6 months.
6 months. All right. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Judge, I believe we have an agreement to present you for your approval. My client is willing to enter a plea of guilty. I understand that Mr. Hield has no objections to the court costs and fines being waived.
Yeah, our.
And there would be a no contact order.
We would like a no contact order. We'd like 30 days in jail suspended and 2 years probation.
No, I ain't doing 2 years.
Well.
I'd rather go to trial. We'll just go to trial.
Okay, Judge, my client is.
Well, he wasn't
What's
here
the
the
trial?
last time it was set for trial.
I know that.
He came late. So I'll set it. May the 8th. At noon.
Oh, okay. But it's going to be a trial.
There you go.
This is Nathan Dement.
Oh, so he's not gonna play then.
Right.
You don't have a card. Hold on. Come in soon.
All right, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Russell Kimbrough, Case number CRA 18993, Russell Kimbrough. Also CRB 18994. Russell Kimbrough.
Kimbrough's been called, not appeared. There is a bond out. There is. So, by Mr. Showers. Bond forfeiture. For May 4th. So warrant today.
State of Ohio versus Kerry McCoy. Case number CRA 25725, CRB 24227.
Mr. Morford's case. She's at Hope Source.
Been graduated outpatient.
You graduated now, please? No what?
Yep.
Good job, huh?
So graduated inpatient to outpatient once a week. Is that just going to be with Mahajan or Hope Source is involved too?
Hope Source is involved here.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's in treatment with us, but previously, before she came with us, she was in services with Mahajan Therapeutics for her MAT and mental health, so we kept that the same.
Okay. You're working at Holiday Inn in Huntington?
Ironton.
Ironton, okay.
I paid $800 in fines to West Virginia, got my license back.
Great.
Yeah, doing good.
Okay, now you still have a case here you need to, theft, you've got community service and,
I tried to look up online and see what I needed to do, but I couldn't quite figure it out.
well, it's a little confusing because I've done some fine hours work, but her community service doesn't look like it's been, because usually it goes to that first, you got 30 hours usually.
She can check, Your Honor, we'll.
Why don't you hang around and check, let them give you a report is what you need to do.
Okay.
Does the state want to continue to monitor this, or say,
It's been going on for a long time.
it's a 25 case number?
Well, yeah.
Well, that was actually that was the Wayne County case. And you went over there and took care of that?
Yes.
Okay. So the only thing she's got is this theft offense, still owes some fines and community service according to what I'm saying.
Well, I would say continue it out, give her a chance to finish doing those things, and then maybe next time there'll be time to conclude it. She did plead guilty to the theft charge.
Yes.
And she has not been sentenced, I don't guess.
Well, it's 24,227.
Yeah, she was sentenced.
I thought she was.
325.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I had a summary like she'd been sentenced. So apparently she has been. That was back in the fall. Okay, let's go, since you've completed, let's go into June before you have to come back. Just see how you're doing then.
I'm good anytime in June, Your Honor.
June 5th. First Friday in June. As a pretrial. Okay. Good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Douglas Grant Hager, case number TRC 26362, A and B.
All right, Mr. Hager, you have a lawyer.
No, Your Honor, I don't. I'd like to request one.
You want a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you working?
No. No, SSI.
That's your only income?
That's my only income.
Okay, I'll appoint Mr. Morford to represent you. This is a, well, we wouldn't have the urine screen back yet because you just happened in March. Yeah. March 3rd, so let's see. I'll appoint Mr. Morford, and we're probably not going to have the urine screen. Around the 1st of May sometime, so I'll set May 4th. I know Mr. Morford is here that day.
Okay.
It's a pre-trial. It's an OVI with the urine screen.
Okay.
You want the file?
Yes, please.
Right. Morford is appointed as the attorney.
What time? May 10.
10 o'clock, May 4th.
State of Ohio versus Raymond Brown, case number CRA 21522, A and B, TRC 2111965, A and B. Set for sentencing, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, he did do a day of community service. I'm not sure if it's updated in the folder.
Okay.
I believe I stood in for Mr. Stratton on that case, Judge.
And Your Honor, if I may, he turned community service in from, what county did you do your community?
Ross County.
Ross County, and I called up there and he got credit for it up there, so I did not give him credit for it. He came in to check and see if he got credit for it. I told him he did not, so he has came in and done community services here. Yes.
Okay. And you made a payment on April 1st. Okay, so we'll just set another sentence. Are you living here now, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem till you get here. May the 8th. For sentencing. 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Ryan Langley, case number TRD 241186, and TRC 241874.
Mr. Langley's been waiting patiently.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes first shall be last and last shall be first. Somebody's got to be last. I've got his report from Bethesda. Good report. Okay, he's on the sentencing doc. We always take sentencing last.
Oh, yeah, you know what, she never called me.
He gets called toward the end.
Was that the one? Was that the one? That's right.
Sentencing and a review, let's see. Pull up 241874. 241874. TRC, should be a TRC case. 241874. Okay, so there is a sentencing order in that. That needs to be, it doesn't have a summary. I don't see the, well, I guess we can see the sentencing order is in here. Oops, sorry. What does it show that he still had, what he's done, can you show me? Because I don't,
Owes on that or what?
yeah, I'm not showing any payments or anything on it. On 241874.
Shows that he has 775 in the A case and 50 in the B case.
Okay, so there's still lots of it. His report from Bethesda is good, though. At some point, you gotta take care of this other, you know, you got fines and costs. And
Yeah.
that kind of thing, you gotta take care of.
Well, I just took a hair follicle test for marathon last week.
I'm sorry.
I just took a hair follicle test for marathon. That's
I
all.
can get a job.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I think it turns out when we find out something.
Test already came back. I'm good on that. Just waiting for my background now.
Okay. All right, have they already told you they're gonna hire you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, great. Okay, let's come back, May the 11th.
That's good, Judge.
May 11th will be the next thing.
I'll just need to call her.
Thank you, Hunter.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Court's adjourned.
May